then he will go ahead and prosecute. But the Ghana for na man for airport say ura kenofurata ebe touch down na. But me no ka say kenofurata yes wamba. Yes ni yade de mo adem pa. Na den ti na eba mo adem. Na ujidi pizza ura kenofurata wa yade ampa da. We ni sun komo yi. Tojane. Live here on Sompa 106.5 FM for God and country. Yeah, you're doing your mind who pow. You're doing your yummy who. And Jadebia, you're my yummy cane. The Riania Yam or mine Ghana. And you want what baby I would say in Biano. Would say some pa. Oh, some yummy. Was also double mine. Mobile data prices to fall. Users to get more value. Sam George, what Casado do? The action on the yard. Sam George Casado do. Ghana had data boy the ding. Data boy the ding. In Kanka empty and for me the baby ding. Data boy ding do. Toya and chapr. Uto data and check. Ude kwa bisa Miami Facebook friends Sarfo Kantanka. Ude ko bisa no. Wano na Facebook watching chime fidie ni dia man. Uto data na check. Ofra kosua otema. Owie na okofra adwa okumase. Ofri no lande ayatakra dia say data yasa. Open Facebook live here pass also. And a video call. And one the Sarfo Kantanka. Me pacho. Data boy de Ghana ha. Sam George ya Ghana for catch you na say. Jakasado. Na ma data no ebono mra for ma Ghana for. Na nda unim say ukopompa. Say fuel obasate so pa o. Fuel. Obasate fuel so say crowd. Ukra be 12 cedis per liter and say bibi sa goal pan fuel bo eta was 13 14 no say that 12.87 Ghana cedis per liter. Hey Ghana pa where the John Mama where the missing Jew2 where the Jew2 say dollar no that the last time I checked name say 10.23 10.29 10 to 8. No, but as at the time I was walking to the studio, I check it right now. 10.28. Hey, Sompa, hey, Jobaba pa. And right, stories me of here. Now you're bombarding Kotachiman Jom, ya Kotomi Jom, you're bombarding a ra, a year Sunyane. Sabrain crying, Sa Canada said, what want it in Yamasu Bruta? What want it in Yamasu Bruta? Hey, sir, oba titini amasu bruta. Say 10.23. That just said dollar na sa abafo. But one more abrochire ka say, hey, John Mama, yes, rewo dollar baby do this say banjina. But you know, when you speak to empenyimfo a wo mu didwa o mamu ha. Wo mu didwa kese pa. The omo pa change na no say dollar no. Yen try say be stabilize your dollar no. Say to be stabilize the dollar na dia na idea e be boa Ghana. Because say this kind of rapid appreciation of the cedi, the rapid depreciation of the dollar as against the cedi. Above for say the fall no get so quick and so rapid. Say yan year. So rapid fall no. One show you bet me as a rapid increase. But me get a nima pentia meti hey. They make actual you know say I know they tofia kwa. Yem Ghana ni bi ampesa because they say and then me go kroma me fa trotro and then me pack me can am see me fa trotro. Say trotro bo wa kra ya teso pa. And then me who say yes things are working for mother Ghana. But that is not to say NDC amamu o teso John Dramani mama his excellence. So ya the bonia ebeka. Uye adebonia yebeka. Uye adebonia yebeka. And you know the catch him na say so we say o pesa wo baswa number me pesa tro number 2 ho mami yem bie lines no tro number we 2 ho mami say ye bie lines sunu tumu a wo so betimi aba na wo de wa dwen kira beboa 0260 19 6064. 0260196064. Again, 0260196065. 0260196065. Nakshanon so said Jumadi, Yawa Yanabuafo Bia, Wanasoya Snare, De Biara Dano, Yadi for God and country, and Jumadino, Eddie Bremo, Ewa Quine, Suronko Supa, and the Bato Baby Obia, Utiemino, Kaisa, Sir Upedian Papa di Pane Dianano, Eba Cos Square, Ediania Quacodino, and your Maggie, and your spices bebrea, me pacho a hajia. Special foods a local way a efiem coin efie duane obisa Sarfo kantankan dem gina no so me so hwem coin pa every hajia special foods enya easy kra me pato se fufuo ne coin bia wo pe bia say light soup say ben coin say banku ni tilapia okro soup say to zafi watching our jollof rice fried rice and our pair na bomodin pa na yeden na kope eye hajia special foods ibi na mami kwa amano so na me ndi nkomo esisi a yenya owura kwabra Japan ewa homa no so a yene no eba be di nkomo ebre bi etwemu no na oye the General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party owura kwabra Japan yema akwa baba Sompa 106.5 FM for God and country jumedi so. Hello, Honorable Kwabra Ejepon. Hello, Kwabra Ejepon. All right, we are not getting him. Let's see if we can have him here. Hello, Kwabra Ejepon. Good to have you on Sompa 106.5 FM. I don't know. My technicians, I don't know what's happening, but let's see if we can get him on this line too. Live here, Sompa 106.5 FM. Hello, good afternoon, Kwabra Ejepon. All right, so we are finding difficulty in establishing contact with Kwabra Ejepon, the former General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party, live here on Sompa 106.5 FM. We don't have a conversation with him because he says that the OSP, any to me say, or declare a suspect, a wanted. So we want to know the reason why he is saying that. So all this and more unfolding right about now on Sompa 106.5 FM. Hello, Honorable Kwabra Ejepon. Yama kwa baba Sompa so. Number 2 upon to say.
Yanko Pandum, Bibia Boko. I'm quite so the chair will take you.
Yo, macho etie for edase. And anyway, for God and country, you may do so. Na yehu eye wo story be na story no. Na echrese eye OSP FM. Oni tumi bia se Ghana ha obe declare obi wanted. Be pacho sa papa na story netiana.
The American say first and foremost Ghana ha. There were in the and I said, we a prosecutor or a prosecutor. Prosecutor, I said, what who said, we are you, and it has said, and I be here. Now, boa, and dance again, now show story. Now they are coma court, not court to do. Oh, prosecutor, you say, prosecutor, you have to be the owner who decided to be. So, now, I'll show you a paper, city or any since I start here. It is a new question. So, if you say, oh, baby, one gather strong evidence. If you say, between their body and the query. What do you want to talk about? Not on the query. Minimum emphatic. So the garbage now about 10 to do be or a gun and to send him to say, and maybe we're nationalist. I would never defend any Ghanaian. So we're a private officer, a public official. I would only say a bank ticker and I'll say, oh, my baby. It's something that I've spoken against. To be a they know that. sanity. And so Miss Min Farmer, a near man and Fatan and Tom also. Because of that, assassinate, I check. Who sang says, a dear question also, therefore. Who are Ubusamas, a dear question also, therefore. Really, and no answer was a person of interest. Now, also back, no assistance of investigation. Now, assistance, by force. So, being a war by force. Ghana brands so the police make actual. Also, already know your rights. Which includes the opening a cassette, won't cassette, so learn if I won't cassette. Because assembly of a it can incriminate you in a future trial. And today, I must prosecute now police and all be all the same. And so make it sure. When you man the mood. And son, I will be good. Then we would in the court.
Sompa FM.
The court of Freno. Also, all not only valid reasoning, own team. And no, the only thing could be support, and more. Yes, I'm going to and I am It's quite clear, sir. Special prosecutor. When in the year, thing of Yatawo, when in the mechanical, when in the lawyers mainly communicating. The fact is, for an interview, Sebi, we are to be no control income. No, Cassay, the beginning, the teacher. Yes, so I was starting a time away financing. Oh, yeah, Ghana, yes, so I. He says what case, and I'm saying, who is the answer about the time and physically? And Sana, what you have been doing? Because Oba was in car. What you decided to say, oh, Casa, I didn't have it. Oba when you know so on Casa, I didn't have it. What do you mean? So, and it's a one building the case, who believes in the evidence that you have assembled. And also who proceeded to court. And now say, who bet me have and then up there for me, your teleconferencing, your Zoom, your Microsoft Teams, your never be brilliant, who bet me no Akasa, oh, baby, oh. It is a dear assembling a close in our opportunity to say, but me because sometimes they are investigators, only in command. To have them decide to declare some more can be only in Australia. It's me back, sir. It's just but what means and when a petty 13 only know any answer. We can't say on table.
Now, Mabo, Mammy so. As somewhere I will Kenya no. But him say one casano, Nimni. Frank Davis, lawyer. Oh, a civil engineer. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the correction. We didn't come in piano, but we did. But one him said, the lawyers, Frank Davis, were running Nikasi pa. Now, come out, Woodin, no. As I said, Office of the Special Prosecutor, started trigger the process for the issuance of an Interpol red notice, suggesting that one year, the Interpol, Ebequacofanaba, that Frank Davis, Nimini, Nen Samoa, okay. Don't you think, sir, Mubetime Aquas and Libya, I stop all this process?
Oh, maybe, never more, dear, never a fire jack. Miss quarter, then the law assembly, and I said that Tape, because the court, I said. And that I said that here but it gave me a more I'm a senior person in the politics and the government of this country. Time I could be started from the 80s, maybe it was even life-threatening to be identified with the democratic movement. Not only have done it, maybe 30 years, and so within the home for and people are aware of that. Collide could share one NCA. Now, they are called because I'm planning for this was only from the veteran. Because I can be and I can't partner. And people know. And they say, we are water. So, intermediate will be at the University of Say. I dear a year of my India. And no one can say, I want to spend the rest of my life advocating for what is right and what is good for the people of Ghana. I will never condone any public officer who has misconducted themselves and now say within a public treasury. There be no other Namika. Nancy, your Pepe. You will prepare first and foremost. So we court to class Okoji warrant. And as I was international year the command. Interpol is police. We see Uncle Chili, I didn't know why you yet. Who think I said, we see with Panama into 1 month here. Again, you know, so there has to be a compelling reason. And see, yes, share and now, memo, dear Green Fan and 5 Ghana for your power in this. And to me, the machine says a papa, to say out to who are the beginning to kill near Bobby SML.
Matis and common now.
And see, and not even clear, they move the end of all compassion. So, and first and foremost, you have custody of national intelligence. Abino
Sompa
FL. Nipana will can say, no only Ghana happen. And what stops you from assembling all the facts? I would say, and no person of the court. Nothing stops you. Emma, you say, oh, the person or no number wow, say, but in the truth, David, and he is not going to provide you evidence to use against his name in court. So, intimidating issues, the unfair energy is very important. Now, or the press conference, or press conference. You want to see him in court. That is where he should be doing his work, not with the media. Any media or public trial. In the other half of press conference, who are someone? Go and file it in court. Let the court call the case. Not lawyers in court. Not the lawyers in court. No one to explain to the satisfaction of the judge and I say, can you be a cancer? It's a operation. Judge no be take a decision. Now, on your own, I will prosecute you. You don't even declare that one thing.
So do you think, sir, acquire OSP or Rakisi Jabing and Namusuano is going to be an exercise in futility because of the basis you have laid right here on this program today?
The encounter is going to be an exercise in futility. The Americans say, because we have seen several examples of Ghana they are tried people in absentia. You can anyone doesn't to be trial. They probably want to be a or say omba, yes, or maybe you need to also, but at least let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And say the clinical, so they be a one of time, winning all my, you know, maybe get down. Also, and to their ways, they are between establishing and I bet for me, Zoom conference. Not I think you have to do this.
No, it's
some of them say, I don't think it's better or better when in physical. I didn't say. And I saw officer or officer, not a way to speak out, oh, which will be our Ghana happy, which will be as any kind of bad. The law does not give the government or anybody any right like that. There has to be reasonableness. And to say, who's near here? Require fast until now, or not for the warrant. No, what is I saw back.
Wow, lines that's a call. We've lost Kwabena Ejepon. But before then someone that is his personal view. That's what he's entitled to. Asaba Okanyina say enya dia emrebia Emma special prosecutor kwan say wobetimi akwako gina ho na what the Interpol akwakofa ora Ken Uforiata ediaba omemu ha. And I asked him say so officer emrebia ni ho na special prosecutor so edim rana hye nsem ade bia ensem fata adentina wamumfa asem no enko asem libya to stop the special prosecutor from engaging in this exercise. But he tells me say oh no now the papa a judge and again no court honsem no wedi echira and then he ends it over there. So the reason why what kind of deal he said his mind. But Avram Ben Moshe. Oh, Avram. I'm in France. Now, Pacho, my Avram Akunya, Pacho, my panel member, very soon, yes, I'll be having you. Avram Pacho, Tanasamame, why? Avram Ben Moshe. Avram, dear me bank cry, on Dominion, I've been crying. Or the family paid that Avram Ben Moshe. Evans, now, many Japan who didn't come, as I know, I feature with Ibiza.
Mitie asama eniano kano.
Yeah.
Me fa nchiama Yerua Johnson is in Katia, me party chairman. Now mitie no, in the first phase of his discussion, want to be a Ghanaian. Order that the class from the rest of his life, he want to advocate for the good things for this country.
Sure.
But ending the case, now I was disagreeing with the fact say the OSP here saw the papa baby Jane and son was starting the case. I think that it's very good he said it's not a lawyer.
Yeah.
If you're not a lawyer, you lack the technicality to speak about certain things.
Are you a lawyer to speak about it?
Yeah, I have a law background.
But are you a lawyer?
Oh, I haven't gone to Macau. But what I'm trying to say is...
Evans. One show your children, they give
me. They give me.
But we a lawyer.
I am not a lawyer because I'm not called to the bar, but I have law background.
What law background?
Yes, my first degree.
Your first degree was.
Yes. But what I'm trying to say,
but that doesn't make you a lawyer.
I haven't said I'm a lawyer, but law, student of law have idea about.
Okay,
special prosecutor.
So, mami. I mean, Cobra J Japan and we. Hello, Rabbi Yamakwa Babio. Kafra line at Tekoi. Yo, now one who got some so I will can align at Tekoi. Would you sum up for us?
Oh, some little fan is I think say who say it's mine.
Yeah.
We should, and yes, maybe one here is becoming difficult to tell whether persecution and answer a prosecution. So, say, Obi Bonia, your man in clear na hunty, na a choir, a bino air fast and answer organs of state. And saying so what it in somewhere, which yes, actually, we are bow we fee, no near national security does not have that right. So, which my borrow be a fees. Let's all call it one. Oh, Busan, say, would the actually be a same thing in the court? Now, court, I'm not who can see me to us. CID for no, no, a crime passo, almost invited in a professional manner. Same Tina, Nipa be a jan or quite no, next attraction, so baby, no, it didn't question 7 days. I feel that ye. Oh, and this man, they say you need Suja buying. And he said, Obi Bibine Bonia, yen fa a crime passo, not yen conducted investigations. Now, so wow, conducting investigations, not a near man who crash a mood, now person the cockota, no file charges. And somewhere I can up to now. Mintimi who said Papa say, okay, why charge former finance minister for this particular on cancer? Because that there has been 6 months. Are you saying assemble investigations there? We'll do more on the top one. And to declare him wanted, I see him saying, Nipa no a psychological warfare. And yet, Ghana has so. The American say you are innocent till proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So, the fact that only access to him, and no say we're guilty. And then the lawyers no think it. And all over the world, they use different digital ways of communicating for all other methods. It me, man, it me, and to me, they feel say a point on Namson, and yet, when you PR assembly.
Now, what was it? Uka say, Omunyamfa a charges behind fan borno. But what is hovering within the media circles? And then the chair says, National Cathedral Project. No, Omra Nombeyi and Wasen Bisa, GRA's tax refund account payment, and also A1. ECG and then billing transactions, and also a one, and then some other 2 ones are, and also account. You feel say these are not charges. These are not charges.
We use the word hovering around. So hovering around. So
so somewhere and then I'm a bunting and on class.
And no, they are saying, you know, sir. And so this superior, very particular one. You should say, I have enough evidence to bring it charges. Charge an idea, charge, and they will not a lawyer. This will decide what charge. Now, what charge you will be? Who they are here with him as a prosecutor. Also, all right, say, so Konoko defending them. Until the Buatano, and you a judge in a court, judge and a Buatane.
Now, my who be cry on one say January 3rd, 2024. Yeah. Special prosecutor, all your investigations into attempted bribery of MPs in the majority caucus. Was it was stop investigation for lack of cooperation? Was it for lack of cooperation? Was stop. So the mission. And see, at the end of the day, say, oh yeah, dear, oh yeah. So me, I don't have any problem. Say, of a charge, no, go through the due process. Near the Nebeko court. Na nipa no ba, na say court no feel say. Ebia bail as opposed to bail, and I say if you say be a man kwan na kwa ebia won ma bio and I say be that's the essence of bail. Bail yemfa bail nye punishment. Any punishment.
Honorable, me ade be che ma adwen. De che ma adwen na say Ghana ha ye nyina ye share ye mra kunini ase constitution ase. Na constitution no e ba na interpretation a ye run court. Na court aboayen na se ebisa se asem we a ekoba nyina no office of the special prosecutor de oye no said the wo can because me research kakra ma e kire say before obi ye be declare wanted no just say a free ye court ho na eba enti we a ekwa em free ye court ho ma ye na e free the office of the special prosecutor hoyi to me, office of the special prosecutor, Eddie yes, I did no. Satu me no every hin.
Then you want to say Mugusano, unless or answers that question. Because we didn't say we a prosecutor. A prosecutor is a prosecutor. But they hold the same court. Now we determine the fate of the Nipa suspect now who co-prosecuting. Common sense, eh? We know yes, be a lawyer.
But can any lawyer in this country? Ebe timi this some way akọ Supreme Court akọ testi some way ahwe was Supreme Court
mo pe bibia ko testi Supreme Court ne bibia dey some court testi in serious matters na say call where the common sense approach nipa no on charge no mo ne ko edu wo say we hear investigations on a variety of issues una wo yes he who alleges must prove una wa or accuse no wo so custody of all the intelligence agencies for Ghana. Onukra uniha. And to do your homework well, na man say what in ye, we ukra. Now what court. Now the assembly court judge him. Until the lawyers back, now judge no feels still I say nipano, nipe piano ha. Judge no make a determination. Yes, as soon as a judge no feels say, ye bet me no akasa using digital a year and answer online a year. Judge no make that determination. It is not for you who is a party to the dispute in court. You are a prosecutor and also a suspect. I think this is pure common sense, and I think that it's completely unfair. Say also what did and some will be wanted. Interpol and court. I mean, either say yeah, pass a judgment on you in court, and you are free from the arms of justice. And yes, you mentioned. So, I mean, I don't know which court has granted him that. I do not believe say the law that sets up the OSP gives him the power to do so. He's overreaching his mandate. He said, "Oya ma abroso," and said, "Oya per media." I did we a lawyer me. Maybe I would do a court in your press conferences. And he said, "Should the other come about MPA?"
Yeah.
MPA. Say, the if you're 29, many information what baby said, Sanya man or can was at the cost of MPA in Yaye. But you shouldn't do things as if it's for political expediency. Say, dear, now,
okay, but now, answer a minute, baby, cry no. Who you so word be as another sentence we say it's a common sense approach. Is that supposed to mean the office of the special prosecutor or the special prosecutor in question lacks a common sense approach in resolving this particular issue?
Media for the more sensational headline.
Oh, Kwabra. We have been named Sego, Miss Bia Kwabra. We have been named Sego, it's not Bizawi. Because I saw me say, seeking clarification. O Bibe Kwakucha Hong Kwan, no, the Kwakase, Honorable Kwabra J. Japan, former General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, say, Office of the Special Prosecutor, and lack common sense. I don't think I'm seeking clarification.
Why not? I'm saying, oh, yes, I headline. Oh, Monsieur,
that's right. But I know, sir, still I know presidential ambition, no, is still soldiering forward. And I interest.
Hey, baby, I would get on enough. You say, you hear where your party, you say, if I say, rebuild the party, regroup, and put ourselves in a strong position to be competitive in 2028. And only hear me say, this is OTA, and saying, may a proposal be a command committee, no, almost share constitutional amendments, because in Google by do no including Professor Okwe, all my verbal summary, that about council, your delegate system is broken. Into SCS for because me did this party there. Now we are more representative of the grassroots at Eboa. A quiet bit me and say, and a suggestion I made my yes say, and they say, in Kayama, all former officers of the party, one more make them from polling stations, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, patrons, council of elders, members of parliament, even parliamentary candidates, unsuccessful parliamentary candidates, represent the party at elections, ministers, deputy ministers, MMDCs, any TESCON, ranting or more TESCON institutions in each constituency, executives, let's give them a voting right.
Sure.
And nobody restore collegiality of this political party. Abba to say say we minister 3 times. Say new penny why regional chairman will draw half. Why Sunyani West MP several times. Say only MP, only regional chairman, only minister, yet to about only voting right. That cannot be right. So all
right, but Matthias here, but say there. The presidential slot of the New Patriotic Party 2028. Then I'll be contested.
Abochie can say when we get to that bridge, we cross it.
Hey, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. That bridge never buddy. That's how bridge never buddy. Ain't me cross you.
Bridge
oh, but there, manana in tears over from grapevine source. Manana in tears over bad.
So your media for the more Sompa FM multi intercept more near baby and so there yes so intimate musam baby munyam sources but the American say media may a party soon for or soon and a meson whatever role I play to support my party until we last primaries now some mechanic pattern I acquire mamino with my whole day maybe be tired Dr. Baumiechi because he was the elected flag bearer of the party. December 7, that political cycle ended. So see, we are starting a new political cycle. Into the dynamics of it may be different. Into the kakra mechanism say media Bibia may printing to present a more polished image of our party to win back our lost flock. We share election results now. Yen crop for over 2 million. They didn't tell because from 6.7 plus in 2020, we came down to 4.6. And no, and a media who's at the back where how long can say any the monetization of the electoral process. I just say I come back and say Nipa Kakrevina election flash screen television or fridge. Say and no, ɛna ɛde ntawantawa ɛbaa the general electorate any party no ntɛm megye di sɛ sɛ party no ɛfoa so na mate sɛ council of elders no koraa so ɛfoa saa limited expansion
sure
because obiara nim sɛ wɔn a asom ekuo da ebi wɔ 1992 no ɔyɛ chairman nti ɛnɛ ɔnto aba nso saa time na ɔde na ho ɔde ne sika ɔde na kokuduro to gyina hɔ soja brɛ so ɛsom MPP media me gye di sɛ yɛ ma ɛho kwan na yɛ kasa adadafoɔ ne nyinaa from 2018 wɔn mu na ɛto aba 2014 2010 ɛde ba 2006 ɛde ba yɛ ti saa wɔn ahwɛ yɛ ebetumi nya more than 1.5 to 2 million voters, which is good. And right. Will make it difficult for one more to say women scar and monetize the process. The monetization
because I believe the monetization of the process the cry I can hope into a wending kunimno.
So I because not do I was delivering the best message.
Yeah, because I monitored and followed your conversation, the messages that you were churning out. The believers say, you have a better opportunity of becoming the presidential candidate for the new Patriotic Party in the year 2028.
Oh, and it's that I think you are fair to say that, but the hear me say it would energize the base of the party. All these executives are former MP, 3-term MP, former regional secretary, all will feel a sense of inclusion.
Sure.
And one there's inclusivity, a better energizing base. Overall, only if you say, hey, papa, was some party, and then you control back my friend. Say, or come on. Most of them, I say, so youth may be a power. Only now being a agent sacra. Now, back into the fold of the MPP, because the first responsibility of our party is to win back our lost support. Young Crawford, Omodia Bufo, Oman Tuabama, Omonia Midi, Miado, Casapa, Kotosre, say Omoramadon party in the Elmodia. Young from Chopra, Omesia, the Yansan Sister Adenibio. For 2028.
Where the young fan community, Brett, I made that uncommon the power, but last week in our studio, Hankabe, the power 1-on-1, 3 hours, 3 hours near Tanasi, 3 hours near Tanasi, near Ding come up because they say no, as a man for a budget, and this is Sododo, and wow, Hunesa.
Oh, it's a video cafe. Yeah, my person says, I buy bar. At least a year to settle into their shoes,
sure,
to get their legs under the table, and sign be a waka. Because we should say Ghana higher politics 24/7 for 4 years. Now, so maybe for the 6 months, I touch him, including the mechanic. I find it very embarrassing for the president himself because why a vice president? What 2 meals the human is? Why be and I am back. And to what will be everything that has happened in the last 30 years plus of democracy. And to Mfusoni Bia, Abakwa, Abaya by Ayelo. And yes, we are from so.
Yo, that's a brother, you have found commonency. Now, somewhere next week, we'll have a conversation on these particular issues. Yeah, that's a part, because we're in Shroud.
Yo,
Ayo Kwabra AJ Japan, one a former general secretary of the New Patriotic Party that is Meneno Edin Komo live here on Sompa 106.5 FM for God and country. Now my catcher was my boy for Hajia special food. Sasuna Electroland Ghana limit for so a boy chidom kese pa. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Sasuna Ahomka Heat Patch. Almost asana yede jumedi at the Bremo. A live here. It was Sompa 106.5 FM. Kabiosa jumedi. A Bremo. Yabama Quang Ama. What do I drink? Abe boy jumedi no 0260 196064 0260196065 and common chegu ewo eye Facebook and you go Facebook now just Sompa 106.5 FM Accra you like your page, you comment. Message be a password be biara. But more than Facebook, you beji bre. Na ya can kind some messages in na ede amamo. Ewo video mu ha. Evans na password ka bibi.
Sene na me kanu.
Bonitientium.
Junior penning cobra starting as semi.
Yeah.
So ka sene mrante bimu. Or prayer can crofire prayer the democracy by to me sir. Na wasaka se efri sa mra ne mra aka no. E bonya mempa is obama nya 100 plus. Or the beye Ghana nationalist, like you be patriotic, not MPP.
Udesum.
Can sama but nasa no obewie no.
Then okay.
No I the politics.
Yeah, ude yensum. Ye wia. Ude ye bahwa, misro. Evans misro. And that's what charge you do.
Men charge. Okay, so manage no. No, there be a no, I'll give you the opportunity. My mini Avram Ben Moshe. Avram. Let's say. Bibi I find it. Always looking fresh.
That's it.
Your skin, minimum kunkura also. Guess read the kick on Facebook, the TikTok, where you better make her. Now, the bank trade now, no Avram crowd to mean Chiremicrum.
You're near my menstrual.
Near my benebe.
Oh, you're bay.
Avram Bemushipa. I mean, do a cheer for me in color brebina. As is a man you never do say. I'm a baby shower, me no do 1-on-1. Family for crumbs so I ordering. Now, send that cobody at the coin.
I said, maybe show baby.
Okay, so last week, we had a conversation here, and our car said, "Oba, before ubetimia wade no, you won't fear be a was who do answer na wade."
Yeah,
and I bear my so who won't fear be a obedia answer na also waiting me a wade. And again, you had said, "Sir, Obani bearmantem." I was a bearman, a pinimu, a cheng or bar. And you can say, we are bar. Utiasiama classmate a warrior. So as now we a bearman, who call for mate be now on any what day. Now comments are me share. I'm say one of the bloggers a fire. In fact, comments are not a was you know. Most of them say, we the common sense family. I'm making sense. I don't know if San Komona ye these last 2 weeks on this particular show. What follow a feedback every mover.
Yeah. Me follow a comment no. Me follow pa na ade bi a be ka bia no. Ye wo exception. Every rule there was exception.
Okay.
Ye wo open year. One say to me ka say e memma de sa no motie. But there is exception. Ye wo be me bi o ha no nte sa. Na Emede pan say adiem me fan say adiem mienu na wanye matured unni mental toughness a won't me handle e wo wiase
denga
so we be ma e sika ene oba
Sompa sa
untunye sika at a younger stage e betumi destroy your life we need the mental toughness to handle money because sa stage no sa usua ntina obi owo bema owo 18 to 25 years awenye ska atoka yentunifo there
really
any young girl 16 years to 20 me fan say 16 years to 25 wa falling in love if you to be en ho beti
young girl
agia de kire no
asembe na kan young girl a wadi fie be
from 16 equal
to 25 years.
Me fan say 25.
No, what you
yentunifo. Any young boy 18 to 25 or benye ska toka. Na wo pay mu a we area ho bicycle kra wo ni bi. Wo be free na tunifo.
Na Avram say me ma wo me ba. Na wa starting prantwem. Wa ko to obi do ma me ntunifo.
The onfa. Enti life ankasa in reality I was saying Jai will be an obvious lessons in life. Maybe be yes and babbe me bra. And until us will be too full. And I hear program say no. Obia OTNO. I was so appreciating your time na. Yes, spend it. I share knowledge. No, they can bra bono. We are here as individual. Maybe basen bebo me bra. wokomu in reality enye obi ni duty so onye ska onche obi bi. We are here to make our own money and live our own life. Life is measured in time. We convert time into money.
Life
is measured in time.
Just say brana ebo.
Time.
Ye de emre
na ye de amaye. Ye de measure. Inti emre ni bi ene ye twa kakra na akọ convert it to money. Inti obi employ wa or to time. So for 8 hours no work agreement say sa time no enu ntina no oba atena for some time no ni jaya no so bu me kwase ya no the time odo ko ton watermelon cranka wa succeed nti obi abo ne branch uni kwan so ka che obi so bi ye pepe debi nti sabe despite sika we nya no ye friend despite sika wo de nka ho nti o hia no mo obi a wa ma enya wo de ya to so obi akobo ne bra but logically your emotions awutumi hu te bia wunu ebi komu a na wakoye ntina so bi ya wadoya e wo say we show gratitude and appreciation na wo danase enti in reality ankasa yensan ko bia kwatu obi fo ena efutuo ensachire nipa agin ensohwe anti your stage bi o duru a automatically na wo say wa hunu nyansa enya so mo bi tu fo bi o wow anti
Abraham, me pacho empratwe a yetwe na bema etu efinifie akwakotena oba so
oba akotena bema so anase
bema bi ho timi tu finifie
no akotena oba fie
no akotena oba fie and vice versa oba bi so ho a ono so timi tu no akotena bema na nchen no sam pratwe na eye
yo ma ade ba ko a e wo se atiase and then I'm person kai but okay
question
that be question I could fall into the first stage of relationship. First stage of relationship no the attraction and the romance stage. No obi a ye pretender ashase no be me bi eni ho a okosi wo ba pa na kuma ha no a obeka cha oba nse madam me ma kuma ha mi o we hear of besi weni so there be obi akote say angel oba wo mu ade kura wonyi ni so ban kire wo nti e ho no obi a pretende e ho no be ma no oba ni bisa o ska kura na o pese we show some impression bi wow o ho anu wa fa phone na wa friend bisa say we didi ana na wa send bibi e ho no romance nti utumi friend oh yen kwotena beach kakra oh chale yen kopu e nti sa stage ni mu no ade ye DCV ye o yo oba kura man mu ntie. Don't spend more than 3 days ewa guy craft 3 days too much ade ni nipa bia wade e fe ne say cave won say wo ho ada kro betumi ada be so na wankasa wo buofu obi anya wohwi o nti ya kwasrasra ya nanfo akoda ya nanfo enchen no wo ko first day ya wo enije bi o de welcome you the next day na vibe no ho udi 3 days spend was start here so mununa tawa ho so akotna say chale why the party come of late wake up and they be like ibo nipa ne pe ne privacy because ya ha no
okay
e wo bia ho
right
enti wako guy nchen wako ne and then now doing the romance is high enije obetuna so mu odo betana na so obemu ani age mbepia akota aduana mu aba the next day wan hwe obepie ono nko abeka se woko aba the third day onwo afro wo se woko to be steady atete no ya nananom nyansem sa wo maame krati awade ase a wo wo ana wo nana wo nana wo maame ne maame no wa hyeda afro papa be e bia 1 month 2 months time wa friend ase wo dem pa ache wo ye ka me hia we o wife for me nchem person ko be hwe ade ma me kakra dem sra wa why onche oba be di 2 days ya nananom boa onim se watena awade na ase ma ya afunu wukunu nti etumi mu maame ko be ka so kodi 2 days na maame akwa kodi 1 week after 1 week no na be ma start a friend wa friend yere we no afa phone hello aso nkura ne ba ko wa ehyi nti anka oba ne be ba wo boa nti nipa ho fono eye natural law nipa ho fono nti am hu sem especially man ka wo hyi am ya hya ase ne de na e wo said you handle me na ebre ko no ade me ho afono wana eye natural law even your mobile phones are yekuta no imagine that auto phone the first day kakra na the hanky found
no correct
first iPhone kakra the hanky found
yeah
hwe car kra
but me wo hye me car sa
ti aduru ba bi kwa to be butu car yeah akoda keto aye wo na ukura no a obi kura de nsa bo mpesa do mo obi a ona ota ne ti kwakwasi ampanyini kwadi bo aha nti ade bi a che wo nipa ho efono enti relationship yo stage bi eduru a mo hu to me fono mo hu totally e wona the acceptance the reality stage ono mu ba be face reality afi na ba be hu oba ni suban na hu ofa ni nyina achi afi ebia na ne kasa nye afi na so be ma so sa guy wo pe ma sa nti e hono you face reality nti e hono mo bo full stop e hono eduru abrofo no to me call relationship break no mo to break it up 1 month say yem break it up na ye nyina yem fen recycle e ho hwa say betumi movie wona abrofo relationship omu break it up wa e more romantic e chen Africa for ye dating abrofo ja awade a omu to be call divorce vacation yes vacation for divorce onu oba ne nko a no metu kwan akwaji hotel nyina edi nkomo se ye jai na mamu su kakra na mo hage omo ana omba no jai fefefe Ghana nti a stages relationship nti mema na enye obi se bema epe wa hyase a e wo suban odeba na obenya wuhie a da bi eyesa e natural law nti eduru ba bi a na mo face reality. Last time I can say we shouldn't go around looking for perfect people. Maybe ni wiase. Your generation, like I said, the younger generation na ebano. I did deceive the younger generation. Omo ye generation a beto social media, the internet, television. Yen omo ye sa 75 ebano. Yen the transition from ebra na internet ini ho video game yan time dey bo video game first yan dey hwe TV first nti yan sa illusion no and that yan too much younger generation e ba no wa hwe telenovela sama na adwene say what they see in movie is the real life there be the real relationship aye dey hu ho maame no papa no nti o bebe bia yesu awade a e yo maame no papa o maami ni wa ya hwensema o papa ni wa hwensema maami ka fa papa ngo de chi o ba kwasi ampe de ti kwete se ayi sa bai sa ye de be ye me sa on anti e mbinum ye hu ye papa no ye maami ni wa no mo de oba ye che ye hu mu nyina e reality but ge bia hwe nti me ka che one lady say so opodo na e wo telenovela mu ni dia onko pe screwdriver na ye start telenovela na no we bi TV na chi ne wewurem e ho no obenya sa wodo no hwe bibi ti say movie Titanic da bia me Titanic Rose onu oba Rose na bema sikeni bi ne twa ticket mo ne nebusuafo eko Titanic ship nim na wo kromfo a wo ko wiawia coat kozlama na wo koto chacha kra na wi ni ticket a wo remu na we jay sikeni ni di wechi na ship ne sen kene we nya plywood a we pia plywood na common system ma wo
Sompa FM
in real life on the best idea no
ona say betime say oh nebi sa unya e bia me unya e bia me
sen kene me ko nya taabo bema no twa ticket ma okra we janu wo ship ni ma hwe de chiri kwa na me hustlerman abai one say the messi aka wuti akonso na say gina wo kon ho survive no I'm telling you yet yes say the man nsu yiri empire embra ne enso akse when they be save you
Abraham adibo na hammer dream although you are talking about the stages in relationship but the I don't know say bema ana oba say uko relationship mo I was say odu hu rim 100% ana any kwan say odu hu rim 100%.
Oh that be ani we say odu hu kra rim 100%. Nothing. Not even business, nothing. Bibi and you have to get a percentage of doubt kakra. Into relationship, yemfa yakoma nko. Akoma na ye singular, akoma na ye ba akope. Adwene na ye mienu, adwene to me decide. Aha, nti akoma kakra na adwene kakra. Yes sir, odi wakoma kona hu kodi mu a because we don't know the future. That's why we take risk. Why not this kakoshe business mu? Na wonim da ache say business e be collapse kwa ma menya aban amane a. Right from the beginning you won't do it. Nti wa fra oba na wo se ne pe wo se oba ne pe no wonim say 6 months time wo be ya adiba ne buofu emode poison egu ensema ma wawu a Right from the beginning, no chance here. The other 3 months time. So we don't know the future. So we take risk. Even wo fra wo ba asene pe wo no kora be pene no risk na mumie no take. Yes, it can end up say ebufu nti ba ku ewu. Your life, your security, everything is at risk. Say we ko date ni obetwe camera aba record aba begu enimu ase oko expose nti we take risk. It's a sanity. It's more bianco into any relationship 100%. But at the back where I was say 30 pa things people we are dating say when they are joking.
And someone
omukadi diagro. Serious pa. To best idea, yes, see what ba cry the agro na start. Then maybe no see what ba ye serious da. Ya the agro. Chama meboa.
Evans, Evans, no correct.
No correct. So to me so be succeed na so.
You succeed to
ya boy
ready agro who so pia ba dey share.
Experience is the best teacher. So experience for na kasa. Ya the agro na correct.
Evans, this portion the munchama be na me fan for.
Most at times I saw for no mo say mapa. Also pena one plus o me share da na me hwe se wo gina urade mu a oboa. Say my so for that sa na
o se den kebio
so for si oba pa oba na mpena no wa hye da ka se o me hye da na me hwe se wo gina urade mu pintin a se de be yo so aso nkoye hye wo
me ba so e mana butie me wie me ba so goma Abraham edit to no crowd
o ye nyes em fa serious nko
asofo
ye de agro
we de agro
me pronto nti ye wo san a ya was sign oban ba ya bo say no be push ya e be fa
sign be to sign
say masa masa do nim sign bia
me nim sign bia wo nim sign no
normally
oh Evans also you be cut me dia ya post you
me post you
we be post
oban ba ye bibi oba pewa
denga
ono agasa receptions e kon be fa so age wasema ase say obu ode be ma wo
and I'm kind
of baby betty that as a baby minim so tie pa
but oban unim
oban danda brutal
unim oban pewa
Sarfo kan taka so unim target
between oba wa pene sincerely say ono be movie on any oba be play wan hwa won che no obe che na che they come the same
Oba be play.
Yes, how yes, into how or rejected with advances and be say no open me prame. They come the same with the same smile, the same humility. Ebu no ba be drain you. Enti ube hu say san again name peme no we drain you kra.
Hey,
and we drain you.
And the science be the same.
That oba smile bibia kama but obi ogwa.
Some of them smile more.
Almost smile more. So obe proud. Into obeti uni to into what I say we vibrate on we operate on frequency and vibration. So be person tie sompa ye ti uni na akwache
ampa
nti opewe prawa o ti uni sabe e do aba beto jimi frequency no wasete ama no into tom one was 5,000 ko kai nti oba owo in for you on tem bisawade
oba in for you
your personality on tem bisawade o person no bobra
but oba de bia da
obedrenu agwawu o se ne pa na ne rent aso e dana ne rent aso e dana ni fi rap 8 no
me phone na say
nti na
but say the Abraham omo advance you because o se ne pa e ho an won kan che o se ne rent aso obetwa ma ne di be 1 month bi no aka che o se ne rent aso say omo advance
mo advance ba mi se e be so we hu nko ade enche be so
say ye be man so there are several reasons why we go into relationship. There will be maybe one Mr. Minyo.
Oh, that be yanko.
Be maybe one sebe in 19 or bound chair. Be also person no bobra.
No bobra.
And Tibema 90 or bound chair, they would scan to no between or person no dakeke. Banny or person no nanti. Betia say he will follow you, he will steady you. Also, we as our bones scan or pedia. Not necessarily because I want to have sex
with you.
But I want to make life. I want to stay with you. I want to have a relationship. And there are two things. And confirm be doing I will not see big I cannot say. I said now we are smart said son if we na me pe and as a sandy power na mepe.
Thank you very much. Right, Mantamo.
Bema bia so a oye badwemba. Oye badwemba we hu obo person ne bobra no. On demand sex on the first outing.
Oh sir.
Bema oye badwemba. Oh se oba pe a yen kan kire say when are you coming home? You ask the lady out. Da ben na memfa wumpi. Enti oba de ni be fie.
Na za wudi ni pia e be ba be wie fie. E
man do level bi o mo smart. O ma wutwi ni ndibiom. Je oba bi wo ho a mudi nkomo no wape wa asem dada.
All right.
Oka say I want to take you out no. Oba no ono abeboa no ho say mi koi mi mbefie. E ono ni free will. Ntuma so kura bag wafa extra. Otumi ka cho kwa so ende mebefie na mabedwale wo ho na mesiesie no say no ono aha yenkwa wo ba gidi on the first date David yes apoba no hutimu adwene na. So what must auntie I was say yeah yenya abotre man time. Men fall in love with what we see. Women fall in love with time. What they hear with time. Nti obey investigation oba ofie na wahwe wo dem na wahwe umpa ade ba ko oba wura wo dem wahwe first obi hu oba bi atade wo wa. Yes, Bema wura oba dem na oba na siesie ni dem a. De bema ne ka wonitimi young girl ya de pan o. Na we siesie ni dem kama say. Oba wura wo dem anye TV ni mpa na ohwe o. Ohwe so oba mpa bo bi gudem a. 2p aba no ai. Hey. Na
experience is talking.
No do the chimbe man pa. Number 1 here afin ya da ho. Any brush into what you washroom. Say brush you two the na say nipa two. And the two
me go na better. Me more brush is better.
That must only brush tray.
No brush better. I say
brush tray say
no there be brush there. So what's wrong with that? We class all two.
We use two ni na.
That no was send that ho da.
Me use ni na. Me use one brush.
Dem e man de pa ye man nti wo two brush ya man who said brush no use two. Ena ade ba ko mutade chi mema ne pa
afen no den ne be ma
enwi obanwi na me get bi ba be da ya o kwa onu esi panty hatara me say madam ayenye sawa ha o anka ha ye wholesale ka fe free akọ
anka ho eren
wholesale na me catch say mama yenje sadi yenya wa be say dross boy politics bag bi chef for dey ko
wo hata de bi wo hata ro wo de be ko ana say o ja no
na me ko ka so nko no say anka be hu me jam
Abraham there is already break aka 15 minutes there they come out to share but relationship is very stressful. Very, very stressful because wakwa show be ba ikra wunyan kofi bikra wakofi krada babon ho kasa
full school
babon ho kasa
that be kai bo man we shouldn't complain. Men are natural providers. Men are givers, women are receivers. When the woman becomes a taker or a cronfo and a woman doesn't take me
but
radio station na amanfo to meet you no mo the receiver and the giver ana yes so benya TV crash no
then the receiver
yes sa na yete nti positive and negative nti the direct opposite of omo nti enye di wa be ma adwene no sa na oba adwene
but with that statement again you see women are receivers men are givers but when the woman
becomes a taker that you don't take from a man, you receive what a man gives. And a man must know what his duty in relationship. And he will give me date you not or rent a swan and chechere kanim beswame. I was say me reasonable. Namus many young lady and you said here but say no many young lady in the world. Nancy and was started when I saw a student.
Yeah.
Into the rent, yes, no. Mean to yani na kra. Ebi adwa. Okay, say we rent na 12,000. One him say Charlie. After me start ya brabo. Nti kakra me nyama on ebi say 5,000 or 4,000 bia. Je na ye na kakra na first so. Sani ye ni but oba o demand ade na nye wo duty no
by force.
Makofa young lady or oba. A man bebre ya no say or shed the wa don't use somebody's child as a measure to measure my love for you. Me share na me friend nya kra na me friend enti enye me masade open me ba me obi papa na hwe me ma me mbra ho
tie oso obi papa
na hwe me me my real father enye me papa nkasa kwa wan hwe me obi na hwe ma me mbra ho oba no emfa abanoma ne mbechecherew abanoma no wo papa enti akoda no eye ne papa duty, but there is always an exception. Say number one, akoda ne papa afiri mu, ne papa afiri mu ena makofo oba no a you love me, you love my dog. Yamfa wo bi ban ya mani bi wo wa akoda ne papa ye ne duty etu akoda ne school fees ngina, but there be no or say na ma wo be ma wo fro no obeji wo papa ne ho na wasan je wo ho enti me ma wo ba bi mfa obi aba no ma man better to a relationship mu but so wo bi na wo support abanoma na bone be na why me ma me de me kwa awade Mr. Father na nko change me din kra de me aye na ba o hwa mi wo school bibia e de ntia na me papa ni bi onu anim me papa ni bi ti Mr. Father na accept say no gapo first say ka say gapo obi wo marina they want to 25 ye fie na nya TV second to na kakra wo fi ento problem bi enim ye can in the context of a young boy was starting bobra and konko obi ba
me that say mami go amano so na yemfa calls be 5 6 7 8 9 10 b if I chose 02 60 196064 0260 196065 Avram Ben Moshe ewa ha ewa cancer bebre na mpacho wa abonte a utie what do you make of the conversation yenya ene ewi ewo Sompa 106.5 FM in Accra. We would want you to call and give your views on Sama Avram Ben Moshe akan 0260 196064 0260 196065. These are the numbers. Ebusuya obetimi afresh so now so they were drinking abebo. But once we are wait, say a friend for the best friend. Evans, now person can be.
Me won program kaka fa abanoma
let me start doing the picking of the calls now. We'll let you in. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Me ba jo udin baby akasa free. Okay. Yeah, that's it. But what am I to you? Why?
The plan de wa kan de na kura pa yan hwe ya hunye pa nyasa we san ba be we san kan kon de ayedi nte de kan de na ay na kura pa
yo me da se pass over you so let's talk to this caller 02601964 02601965. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Father.
Me ba jo wana me ne ka say
original poem doing am Sompa Tejimai.
Good, yeah, that's it. What am I patro etie wo? Ma
the American say the American no kra on say nipa ho fun nipo.
Yeah.
And then patem ya wo ben bebre no ho fun ba mo ntam tekakra. Munya ni jema mo wa bebia. And that na man me man yan hye nso.
Yo, yes, that's a pass. What do you think or what do you make of the conversations right here? Let's hear you speak your thoughts. 0260 196064 0260 196065. Now, Minia, now KBB events.
Issue of abanomano. Me wa kwada bia me hwe no minim ne mama minim ne papa. Given naturally no nhira.
Yeah, that's what that one is. No qualms about that.
So what who oba ne so oba. Na wa hu oba no wa koso afọ oba na.
Me ba toba me pick caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba to wana me na ka say.
Watch it na me ka say.
Good. Watch it kasa for him.
Kasa free ama.
Ama saman. Yeah, that's it. E ba to eti why.
In fact, Avram movie am number monfa me number ma Avram. Me feeling rough.
Sir, who feel Avram Ben Moshe?
Master, real. Because I'm at the age of 25. Now I'm used to Mercedes Benz.
Oh.
Now, I'm quite someone might get who must happen to them. Father, the cricket a long last listen to Abochie, let me say from Prof.
Oh.
And we can't be a year. Master, Avram will great.
Me da say. Me da say. I'm on the foot in Yejuma. Why? I don't know here. Yeah, that's it. So let's talk to this caller. You can be a part of the show. 0260 196064 0260 196065. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, wait to be age. So, what do you think? Yeah, we'll be picking up about two more calls. Then, yabebe fidium ha ababe amanyo sem kakra. Yabeja Avran Bemoshi Kwai Enche. So, let's see if we can talk to about 2 callers right here before we continue with the program. Hello.
Hello.
Me ba jo yama kwa baba Sompa for God and country. So, now pop to say.
Good.
Yet pa.
Okay. But Pacho, Asama, man, work I asked him between 16 to 25 years. No, there can't be actual one. Then in Nature Poinano, or Malafa, or Moyano.
One more life. One more between.
Remember, Nipano, Wabano, or Malafa, this is a woman, Mitty man, work. And yeah, Kaiser, yeah, so, yes, Tom, no, yeah, so, yes, I did not be. Business, and yet, I say, over cost of bit master wagging. And that's a future of bit master. And now, when Ben at the first one, the bit me, 8 master, Abra, Branca, 16 inches to 25 years now. Let's
talk to the last caller. Young friend AC. There'll be a second window for you to make your contributions to the show. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Because one I'm in the Casay.
By your phone on the Casay.
4 I can free. Okay, good. 4 what am I at you?
Yeah, all carrying no crap. And manage Oba National Who Demu Grandpa. Or no Faro Jantani Mapu. Or Faro Janta over 200. Over 200
but that's a pass over. But let's see. We were boy. Hello, good evening. Okay, wait to be a giraffe about us. Abraham. But okay, let's see. I'm so far ball. I got 3 minutes. Okay. Good evening. Yes, sir. But what I'm in the castle. Okay, when you for what to say? Hey, when you for why are you? What were you? But
when you for here, good. The yeah, and a correct. Good. Papa ni boy ni osi afutu mpachira ni pa.
This I'm sorry.
Ye kwa na de fiti tantan ye ko chibi tantan. Bi ka na eko. Bi so to mo nti nkwa ya. Ya be asomre de ku de ye. Ele ko ya mai. Wa wo bo de. Kana be kwa ma.
Yo.
Enti ese manager ye to mo ku yi pa mo ni.
Medase pass utie ayedwedi. Sabre yen for friend ni biabio. Avram Ben Moshe, you be jaw one more, but next week Abra be 220. Why? By 220 now. 220. Would you say 220 now?
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
220 now. Auntie Yanko.
Yo. Auntie, I'm say baby kakra na mpese me tene no kakra me say no pay ni correct baby kakra. Won say dey no work no. O say akoda bi a we lose both parent and wa fa no a o hwe no.
Yeah.
And we different from me kwako date wo ba se wo se oba pa oba no na wase ne pe
enye ne ba no
tie ye wo responsibility and ye wo duty. It is not my duty emre bi an chekere me when it's duty legal and moral and ye wo so I am responsibility say me hwa akoda no ba enye me duty. Enti dia metumi aye say akoda ne papa awu no oba ne ka chem say oh me ne be ma na anje yefunu no nti papa bi eni hu de a makofa oba no me play the father figure e dia ma akoda na oni father ne bi ba akoda ne papa ti ase no kwan bi o se fa so papa ne be hwe ne ba na o so ye for so no hwe ne ba no
right
say na me ka te me nka say ye mfa obi nhwe no ye wa akoda bi okra enye wo ba Sebi. Bema kwasi ampenyi bi na wanhwe ne ba. Wobetumi ahwe abofra ma e bia daache. Woyemu mampo nhwe. Akra no behwe. But me yentiase se ema wo ba ne mfa banoma no embe the measure of standard say no they check say
wo do me
dabi
Abraham Abochie yeah that's it
yo
so bye nyame shira
yo that's
why I catch your followers and say wo ba they should like our page for us and share our page
CSF mesramu awai mesramu aja
me Sompa 106.5 FM Accra omun ko Facebook no mun like page no mun follow page no mine why
Mati.
The catch up
CSF mo asumu awo nti mesra ni obi bia wo live no so esra mo amon share na yentumi grow page no kama why edamu nyina ase
Avram na da ba family I remember the Ben promise.
Me check me dollars bi aba.
Dollars. You say dollars nim gu ase Ghana.
Dabi minister mi jemfi akasa ntem say me charge me dia.
Hajia special local foods abakade enye aduane ne aduane o ye wa aduane ne wa aduane enye nwanwa se Ghana ha ahemfo eyi akese we de na kese party akese se wo pe baabi a wo be serve wo ma wo ho se ye buffet ene wo mo ye se ye local continental dishes a wo bi a cha nani a Hajia special local foods e wo hacho atomic kwan so ho no de entie friend local foods ne se enye wo mo ye aduane a na wo mo atentam tomatoes apro meko apro jena apro garlic apro no de aye aduane se eya abontine aduane edi yenye ne bisa dabi Haji esuro nyame etinye nwanwa se Ghana ha etitire se ministries agencies akese eyi ahemfo na nanom ahema mo wo mo tena se no wo mo si ye bedidi ye didi eziban ye didi a wo mo se momfra Haji special local foods efise hono ena aduane no ekoyie Ghana ha ba bia wo mutimi serve Haji special local food pese wo fra eye 02463599921 02463599921 and answer 05947972115 05947972115 for not with them.
Techi manufui Electroland abedja near the munamuni amapani nyinanso wait Thursday ya 10th April 2025 Raya showroom for front e Kumasi Techi man kwane so
ye di Roma sorry dino and I said backside ne di animhwe
Property was Samsung TCL Media Nasco TV AC fridge gas cooker washing machine deep freezer home theater microwave blender kettle rice cooker any amapapa ka hunyina na wonim baby e di kan for back 50 ebenya 15% discount any achedie it brabetadie kan ho na senya
Endpoint homeopathy clinic Ghana had the obi enim sesa ye prostate na baby omutibi ye screening ema hu ni ye etu ase a na ye endpoint homeopathy clinic anase ye kidney ye liver problem wo fa baby na ajejo na de fa ne premature ejaculation no a ba ma bi a wo ne wodofo akwakwahia ase wo di ne ho agro ase wo tonte ene ye bra endpoint homeopathy clinic na ye moa wo ema ne mema mo pa wo ye endpoint homeopathy clinic wo mo da mufua yare bia infections bi ne wo ho anase bia wo hwa wo fa baby na ajuju kidney problem prostate de endpoint homeopathy clinic ahenema kokobe kumase ba ko ho eben angel educational complex no na Accra hanso so de wo mu ginemu ankasa e was painted bebre friend share signboard no hudru na ubusasa wo pe endpoint homeopathy clinic obi a ebe kire for endpoint e wo 0244867068 and 0274234321 endpoint homeopathy clinic wo mu demu fua
hey brand new no edi na taro sa hui e fra no ahomeka heat patch se woti yaw e wo ho ba bia na o dia tare so emletie wa bi na do bra wo si eyi pain ene sister na yasi ari no na oda ho no enti we dia patch no na ere sister je ahomeka heat patch e tare wa yasi me ma few minutes ene hwade hey bra ene me so be bi pawo after construction ya na me back ni me neck pain ha me pa no na ma me papa e de kutia arthritis ene body pains e yeduma se ahomeka heat patch
hey bra ahomeka heat patch no aya duma pa me feel heat bi abra me de tare no afa briti ya wa bi mo pains na jume kra
I try to so say your back pain waist pain menstrual cramps any arthritis and quadia you should ahomeka heat patch what the herbs and oil it's a ginger and cinnamon and I at phone call Alpha Duo Pharmacy Origin Chemist Farmer George Accra Palace Pharmacy Accra Buakwa Pharmacy Takrade Block Chemist Takrade and Malarigo Pharmacy Tamale the BF 0599 802297 FDA Ajijodin Kratoyatum
21st clinic a sciatica expert sciatica no wo nurse na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu wo to ase ka wo se dwe wo siremu wo je ho ba bia enye na no na 21st clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu ye ntia baso bo magine wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enya asem ketewa wo mu ji international awards ahodo wo mu ji local awards ahodo na anu nso na wo mu bie the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim ha no ebi ni ba bia 21st clinic nkwa wo mu die bibidro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade ba ko a wo magidi wo mu pa no sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mu ho enkran ha sese ye wo Tantra Hill runabout se wo free enkran ba ye wo wonsa ni fa so wo fra masaman so na ba nso a wonsa bonkum so ho na wo behu ye 0540311311 0540311311 na 21st clinic still wo ye sciatica expert
Abushafo koswa mama kwa baba Sompa 106.5 FM market your power for God and country you be na sabri wasugusu awuti we are done with the first part. Avran Ben Mushe yebedana se pass he came over here ye din komo afa ekwan befa so a ye ne ya guess ne ya yere no mo betimi atena make us wo hwe menimu sere na bo batch so wontwe mpana da na ti sada nkoboreti the second part is the political and we have Amasama Bruni I don't know we trim Amasama and Ojina baby no the girl be but that girl no see Bruni Amasama Bruni the way you alleged when I saw you Philly Amasama Bruni again, see a Bruni Cocotti Sawada. Saturday war and Ura Emmanuel Dakum, where a communication expert, our UPSA, one also Elfia. Dakum, that's saying. Bibia, come out here. Good to see you.
Okay, good to see you to say you need me, but me anymore.
No, but unim. Who's that? Uti Henina. I was like, a hina minimo. Your face very, very, very familiar. The shower.
Techiman.
Good.
Check my surname.
Dako. Hey. Dako. Tamale Station.
Mr. Kwamna Dako.
Oh! Hey, we are sitting in between you. Charlie, what be few. And to be sure, I'm brand new. Betty, I'm eating community now. Where do I know this guy? Wow. That's fine. Who are you, PSA? That's good. Bibia fine. Why? Bibia fine. Evans there, he needs no introduction. On your background, right to be boring. Brian Evans.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ghana na ye reset.
More reset to Ghana.
Yes. Say. There may be a course on you no be no.
Me kasa. We dey ma opportunity this is ye twaso me say me ma kwa ba. Now your presentation be wo ha. Binia Patrick Obeyama in here. And of course, it's going to be a base for discussion now. Ebekoso and area. And quickly, walk us through what you have over here, Patrick.
Prof, me team when you know about me that's and so. And come on now, what did you be fine? But when me boss so tell now when you can wa bigger for Edin Komo. As some that pass so I hear and area office of the special prosecutor. Any your former Minister of Finance, Honorable Ken Ofori Atta, as is here, Pinsoa, and on the Dapa Mason, the Yedi Hua dance here. In January, I can say, I reach special prosecutor, changing shadows or seeking the truth. The OSP and the Ken Ofori Atta issue, no saganum. Now, says here, Office of the Special Prosecutor, Ababontin say, Subo enum Maku num and your dear boy Ken Ofori Atta, the former Minister of Finance. No, Yenshamo. Nedika or say Petroleum and Minerals Revenue Assurance. Yeah. Ọtụrụ nsa frɛ yɛn former finance minister said Omra na yɛmɛhwehwɛm scrutiny over contractual agreement between Dwumakuo from Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and a Ghana Revenue Authority. And it's Petroleum and Minerals Revenue Assurance no Omra na omundo mosuko no muhusanya contract arrangement no ekosi. And after so Electricity Company of Ghana Limited contract bia na omone Dwumakuo bi nso from Beijing Xiaozhen Technology. Beijing Xiaozhen Technology. Ushemu ana efri baby efri. Enti enonso another soboa yewra OSP ejaben ede abo yewra Ken Oforiata say ononso omra no mmehwem no muyi nsemano ewo eno ho. Na afen so National Cathedral Project National Cathedral Project no esi ade yenim baby a akoduru enonso otonsa frɛ sɛ omra no muhwehwem investigation into the procurement procedures and financial transactions related to the National Cathedral Project. And the procurement, procure Nieman procedures, any financial transactions in Yuna Akumubian, Yura, a Jabin Tunin Safre, former finance minister, say, Omra na Omometrim, no more Resenia, and Niema Eko, Ewo. And I feel so, Subu Toson 9, OSP. Any special prosecutor Ediabo Yera former minister any ambulance procurement now someone yet is some 307 Mercedes-Benz ambulance could secure Ministry of Health and no Yera Jabin say Ofuri your former finance minister Honorable Ken Ofuriata Emra na omumetritrim sanya sa procurement no of 307 Mercedes-Benz ambulance no ekodru ye ana afren so boy to so num a ode boy yenra Ken Oforiata ne say GRA any SML Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited omo examination contract between the GRA and the SML Limited no omo so number transactional audit bi emfa eno ehun enti subuo num na yewra ejaben dia bo your former minister of finance no eno na ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu akyerɛ mu na yɛhwɛ timelines a ewom bra ode subuo no bo no ebesi ne akosi nyina on the January 2025 this year and our OSP enemy your former president your former finance minister as a suspect na Osamono ewo new office was ombra na ome nsambia no on the 10th of February no edikan and on the 31st of January yera former minister and lawyers claim say former minister Honorable Ken Oforiata ne ho do ni kakra into kwamon ni ekosiki for medical attention nti ne lawyers ekire musa edema OSP the office was saying na assemblity now on the 5th of February no and our OSP demanded a return date I say yewra Ken Oforiata eko amononi akohwe na mpomudi man anya bia wesrom a omman return date say kona okono daban na obeba na ontumi mfanya ne niema into a warning for legal consequences no yewra OSP prosecutor on the 10th of February and unaddressed doctor's note cited March surgery no confirmed date on the 10th of February no OSP office no receive note also March na yewra Ken ekoye surgery be but not confirmed date niso for his return and also enwasem ebetoda on the 12th of February nso and yewra prosecutor Jaben declare yewra honorable former minister of finance Honorable Ken Oforiata fugitive from justice and on the 18th of February and yewra former minister appealed to OSP said a firm date returnable was given by that time enti ni din oyi ni din na no aye ne wanted list no every wanted list no so ema eno so eho asem ebeto dwa na ancha match ni mu a na yewra kenoforiata issue OSP ni office say sa ade na ode beto dwa say oye wanted no was say o demand removal from the history of publication on social media and on the march ni mu ho na sa asam no ebeto dwa sa march woni mu na human rights court oforiata e de asam no koto ho say near office of the special prosecutor ayeno etiamra and o demand for some clarifications ni niema bi ohiam and on the 8th of March no human rights court heard Soforiata's plea. Emma ne block here from OSP from future declaration and adjourn the case to 18th of June. And it says here, sure say on the 18th of June. No? Yeah, human rights court no.
Ebetimi ababonting say OSP new any say to me now. Okay, good.
Correct. And it says here the development one say for OSP office no as an issue wanted
I must declare wanted.
I'm not declaring wanted. And you know, says here who asem na aba reissuance of arrest warrant from the OSP office. And as they see also the wakona nim the Interpol red notice as to for international cooperation. And are requested to activate extraditional with central authorities. And OSP office in so kase your former minister no yare no has shield him and so they no say
okay fake na fake yare na say
well no kase no nya there say a shielding from accountability
to yare
kra but now a former minister so ne lawyers ne demand say come on your conference call video conference and technology nanka and so but it looks like OSP Ninsu said there be at the end of the
open physical. But Ghana for Ghana for Ebaye pass OSP Obaye video conferencing na oni kenofuriata nkomo bia person obisa no asem bia person obisa no waya na say also ba physical
no ho asem na see ebisa
ujirisa was over physical.
Oh, Prof, media, I believe in technology. It is a technology wo na say you Zoom crowd number ya na say the next class here WhatsApp video call. And the question now be busani when you na physically no any the use of technology. I don't see say a baby biasa but no there was open physical appearance. And you know okwan biasa na say Honorable Kenoforiata, a former finance minister, eba no bet na ho face to face.
All right.
Me know me ni abusa de ho. Enti Prof, asema da bama so na wie no enti meja no abadwafo na mato aso every ha.
Ora da ko. Ma kwa babio, we dey say we wie obetimi apedwo mu na masa mabro ni aba betena ho.
Yeah, ja.
Jiro. What you nkomo ni nyina ho?
Me pa to meti nkomo.
Input be na obetimi make sense here.
Mama na was Prof. Na menchia oni wetie for any omomohwe wo life nyina.
Sure.
Enkanka you chrome techiman for.
Oh yeah, omutie papa.
First time is omo free pa.
Techiman. Sir, so we live on Sompa 106.1 FM. Oh, Techiman.
Okay.
And again live on Sompa 101.1 FM. Takwa. So it's everywhere.
Because na me need say matim krum for nkan
techiman
for etia mu nyina
good
na the di kan no me communication specialist.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a adjunct lecturer with UPSA.
Okay, good.
So the initial introduction say me a communication specialist with UPSA. That could mean a different thing.
Sure.
So enkomo we say the no I think say the first thing I was say they say OSP has not charged Ken Oforiata.
Onyan charger no.
He's not an accused person or a person of interest. Until say obeko court now wa file say A, B or C and ye dey ball no. Or you be a osusu say ensem num ye menua panyi ebobo so yi. Or hu nimdie bi ana ehu bi efa ne ho. Enti no omra na omecheche nsemu. So that is the first thing, and I think Enre also NDC for legal luminary bako Dr. Amaliba. I don't know the title or he said it live on TV.
Lawyer Amaliba.
So he's not an accused person. Ain't he? Sa we say as a accusing na all my and I say ya born kwadu and all my odi coach ma ye mo ni kwadu. Name OSP esusu say asem baako mienu miensa enai anai numi onim hu bi enti omra na omeyi ensem na no. And I am they say before we started this discussion no menu opinion edikan amayen ensem no said the SEC from January 2025 year be saying. But there's one key information in this presentation. The fact that before Ken Oforiatta ebe free Ghana no, he officially wrote a letter to the chief of staff informing him say o free Ghana. Na se bibia ni na si hiana.
There was that communication.
There's that communication, and anopa TV3. This lawyer Martin Pebu confirmed that asem no.
Okay.
And odi in the case, and so. There's the NTMA facts angle where they say we want a comprehensive understanding of the issue.
Sure.
Because assembly when not contest in the background in the year, I am not pain you know and TSAB baby not a free mokakra. Enti and yet to say yeah she try na wajebam who's a young issue we can buy first January February and we we say a copy parliament. Emma MPB a committee comment from the majority side. I watch say OSP person say Ken Oforiatta we gane. Wade bam. Wade no kewura.
There was that kind of and someone now man for keka home. Sure.
Say honorable Abujinapo. John Jinapo.
Yeah, John Jinapo. And honor kasa.
Honor kasa asem no. Ena asema ase okan ne say impaso kakra e wo parliament. But the enti amekofa we edi abani nyina ne say there is a process that has gone on from January BC ene. E ho nkomo na yedi no. Se nipa no osom wieye no ne ho dodo no. And it is a public knowledge. Obi ani say Honorable Ken Oforiatta ne ho mfa no. Even at his vetting that was not you can say a secret. Enya ade bia ye dey see. Enti amanfo keka say na sabi wonim say wo ho mfa ye nyina ye nim. But for 8 years no wotimi di post no kusu almost I think akabe 6 months or so ama yakọ election mu na ye yi free ho. Sa brene de na wo wa ahoden say wo de be call office anopa awia enwumre. Na eba ne say na ye to aba ne wie ya fi all of a sudden sabi ahaban kra wunya bi ne watimi atiawe esan say wo ho mfa. But well ye beka say enye da na abeto ebo atwa asufra no. Sa da na na mpafin besi. So we can go away from that conversation. The fact is say enra na me ho ye de no nche say enne me kasa me ho dodomi a say be eye kontompo ana say nabrabasem. In any case, say enra wo hwe OSP ne press conference na oyeye na. Obi bisa question is say wako to confirm the health concerns raised by Oforiatta. The answer was no. OSP person say Oforiatta na nkasa emfa medical report MI. Medical report is different from a doctor's note. Part of the American what you say. Ain't no the according to OSP no Oforiatta edi aba anana lawyer for edi aba no say the doctor be pen in the paper wa fa tro say assume si obenti ana ko to home fa no.
That's a doctor's note.
That's a note. What tro. There is no detail as to then the severity of it and whatever communication I call between OSP and a lawyer for no. According to OSP no, onyanya medical reports. Now let's go to say back and forth. We're declaring wanted or see you remember that say and all of a sudden we expecting say Enra a second June. Honorable Ken Oforiatta could be to me abagana. Na enka yatoto na no and whatever OSP free no no waje. But a communication came I think 6 days or so ago say ne hostel edodo no ontimi emma enti senkebe ya yenye video conferencing. Now let us come to that issue.
Okay.
The first question I want to ask so that you be the common
sure.
Is can Oforiatta write to ask for a video conference? Is he right? Now, my part of the can say introduction, the chair say me a communication expert and a practitioner, me lawyer.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I'm say me penny me see and about me introduction. I guess.
Yeah,
we call law school.
They be on call law school. Why first degree law? Yeah. Why first degree law? But I don't want to be found that dying. Then the crowd.
Sebi you say brofo na won tia hu broni so obi hu. Ye nim emra no but nyame adom yetime kenkan.
Okay.
Enti ye be kan bibia free constitution num. Na say if there is any technical understanding beyond the letter as in the constitution na eno so yebisa ho asem. Me pato we the office of the special prosecutor na ankasa no. Ye dem ran ete which is the OSP Act 2017 Act 959. Now, the entire TISA office in Ghana say Ketase project can any dream Abdokro Ghana. That we all know from both sides. MPP, NDC. They also oil ora, they also oil reset. They now call say 4 more, they now call say breaking the 8. We know from both sides.
Sure.
We know say outside politics. Baby could be a corruption. Say GS office in Puna letter, but now city teacher will quite
Ben family.
Enti ya take office be say e was say yenya body bia ohwehwe sa ketase she ko ni kankan bi na ni dwumadie ni say sika se be eye Ghana sika obi awia ana akodi obi ho kwambone so no onye mre yen na odi wia wetimi amanage say no. And so in discharge of that no, the act gives the OSP the right to function as a police. Say obetini achi obi obetini ahwehwe ni semu no abone kwadu. So they investigate and they can prosecute.
Sure.
Now, Osha, there will be the section 29 of Sa Act the OSP Act 2017.
Then I can.
Now, Oko section 29, the title is Request for Information. Now, Oka say the OSP say Ohia Obi say on for documents and answer on one metric the person should appear at a specified date and place.
That a person should what?
Appear. Now the question is, in 2025, what does the word appear mean? Do we only appear in person or appearance can also be virtual?
Critical questions.
The Constitution just used the word appear. Without qualifying how that appearance should be. And he says that at a specified date and place. And the question me busa Prof Abochie say, "Oka say kwakuima me here on my studio ha 3:30. Na say 3:30 my for video call and now my for normal caller. Have I appeared in your office?"
Ha, wait, some way obia I just been one obisa me. So you see this one very, very critical. The law should have been specific on the appearance, whether say a physical appearance or virtual appearance or otherwise.
That is when
yes,
Nipakuna or request for appearance will specify. Say OSP has the power to require you to appear. He will state the specification. How do you appear?
But would they be?
So that is the first part. Say OSP no emrana odi adwuma say ohwehwe obi a the person should appear. Now the question is, in 2025, with all the technology, with all the digital advancements, should appearance only be in person? And you go sorry or online, you go school or online, you did or online. So the definition of the word appearance cannot be held in rigid terms of bra unyenamini, unless of course then the Constitution should have said a face-to-face appearance. But enumpono
not a video
online
face-to-face.
Sure. So that is the first thing that I was in Bisaya. Now, who's the now say internet was a specify now saying sa amamra we specify say omra face to face then there would have also been a consequence on another act, I friend, Electronic Transaction Act 2008. Now, OSHA Act now, the section 1, your title is the object. Trimupa, it was electronic, you can say Transaction Act, no. It been say you be promote to e-government. So if I have your permission, I'll read. The 1C says that section 1C promote e-government services and electronic communication and transactions with public and private bodies, institutions, and citizens. The question is e-government a day. And yakuyenim ya tumpon what technology. I am a catch my students anytime I hear introduction to mass communication. Say Gen Z for no say na Abraham Okano. Ye wo mo na phone kura mo. Abraham wo ye nyin fee piece ade but na free bibi com center. Nti wo sister bi wo abrote no person of frewa. Ye frew ni aba wo sister na Abraham no wo US no wa frew sebe people for manusi na so wo se do so na wo dibirika. Because the more you waste time, the more na oka cost. So with advancement now obiti baby or phone wa ha or no be akasa wa text we say no. There was that thinking say we should have a way a bit ama amamu mpo no aye electronic. Enti water company ECD hu hia se menante akọ office.
Sure.
E de akwakoye ye kan say me kutua me bill. Me register wa ha me meter. Bill buy ya the amame.
Sure.
Me the app metuya. That is e-government. The question is the judicial system exempted from that e-government? Because yeni say Ghana hanya baby na court today. Enti no sabi unim tetima me papa e wafuo wo bonkwai. Enti say obi wo bonkwai na say ono nso asem bi aba na opese ono nso ye gina mu mana. Can this person also benefit from the e-government? E was a offer free bon kwa no abatachima municipal assembly abehwehwe bibia na say obetimi afa phone and now with connectivity or bon kwa ya ono so betimi text bibi. So yes sir, we bring inclusivity in governance. And so that tangent also my who say the possibility of transacting government business online is a viable option.
All right, so there's so many Evans and Evans.
Sorry,
see form
so that because I was presenting an argument.
Yeah, so see form.
Okay, so then the last one was also being the Mutual Legal Assistance Act.
Okay,
Membraninti OSHA sections 41 through to 44 now. I can say ubetimi a video conferencing for you can say evidence gathering, but the 44B of mutual legal assistance is the use of video conference to gather evidence is not contrary to any enactment. And this is the law of Ghana. But what is the problem? This OSP in comma and from the press conference or Chese Ofuriata has not shown good faith. And that is why I'm doing this now in room because what catch them say home foul in March obekwa surgery. Afei na wobema yati asese surgery na enya maso. So between March, if you March and April, May, almost May ending, what time were you made aware say surgery na maso? And what should you have done in goodwill or in good faith to the OSP? Bianca can for yata yesa nemo yanka ne ntena handis ankom away. Because initially you appealed and obi a wutie OSP and Rabiana or Kase yemfa yare enya obi. He said that several times in our press conference. The line I'm trying to draw is that there is that instance of what is lawful or what is legal and the circumstances within which we find ourselves. And then in balancing that, Kenuforiata, do you have the right? Maybe from my presentation, the lawyers can advocate, say, Ane, or home counsel or be requested for video. But the truth is that na unim se untime ma de ntina one country everything. So the question is that a delay tactics?
All right, so big question right here. Sompa 106.5 FM market yapa for God and Country show. Mamembra Evans Amo. He speaks for the NDC.
Na me tie nasem no.
Yeah.
But I was able to identify certain issues. Yeah, it is true the act even that made mention of e-governance. He did mention legal nominally, whatever it is. And he came back to say, I am trying to talk about the gravity of the case. A seminar ɛda prosecutor n'anim no bɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ no conference call or whatever it is obi akawi abankye obi akawi saa EMS case you remember what million of cedis case where procurement issue of the buses, the amount of money involved. How do we talk about this on social media?
Are you talking about the health insurance?
Yes, what I'm trying to say is
the National Ambulance Service buses. Okay,
yes.
that's fine.
Assembly, notwithstanding, he was talking about bad faith. Almost about 5 months, way by. Into 1 year time, and to Kwame Shia prosecutor no, and an entrance, and Kahu Bibi. The entina wo yes, sir. Yes, we are. I hope, class, you should have requested this social media discussion before time. I remember this July was set long time ago. Well, in some sano, unka say yenye sako bia beka kafas ma say yemfa social media governance yemfa yana minda baby. It is a provision, all right, but exceptional cases are you should be appearing. And who determine
whether this is an exceptional case or not?
Yes, it is the prosecutor. He's in charge of the case. So if he felt say he can do it on social media, you will not the one who has to request. He thinks they should be there in person.
Not on social media, but virtually.
Virtually.
Sure.
You should be there in person. I've given you several opportunities over months, not weeks, over months. We almost about getting to 6 months. You still haven't been appearing.
And if you say another view.
No, it's trying to play a bad faith.
And another.
And it doesn't help good governance. It doesn't help good governance. And once you now, you are penny, Quabreje, Eka, Wasem say, I didn't know finding court. They have to listen to him. He has the right to be heard. And see it here. These are some of the things we have identified. Come and tell us. And to say, if you cry now, cry now, we are procurement system. If you cry now, what cry now, which you are. Sir, MS, Casey, Ebaso.
But if it is only for him to be heard there, why wouldn't the special prosecutor give room for these virtual hearing?
Why should it be virtual hearing? Why should it be? It's a modern technology. It's the special, but who have to determine? Do we need virtual hearing or should we be appearing in person? He has to determine. But look at the amount of money involved. Look at the SMS last case, you know.
Are you talking about the SML?
Yes, GRA case, you know. The amount involved. 250 buses. The amount involved. Cancellation of contract. The amount involved. You see, and yes, I say because of that, for the last 5 months, you have been staying away. So they should use virtual. I mean, it is not fair.
All right, so Mami Namiko, Amasama Bruni, once again, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
You've heard the two speakers. Any input on this?
Yeah, thank you very much. But let's start first and foremost by extending my greetings to my General Secretary, Justin Fripon Kodia, for a good work done. So far, he's...
Oh,
yeah, so far...
Now, would there be a Juma Benawai?
No, but
the documents constant these sureties, man.
You be unfair to me because one moment, so then why you've not been fair because so I'm extending my greetings to Justin Fripon Kodia, your General Secretary, Papa. Before everything happens, near Odi the property and I then see honey na waya demo, but he's been there always to solidarize with your people. And your party members are almost through the arbitrary use of power of the NDC government.
Oh, you describe it so?
Oh, very arbitrary.
And you're legitimate?
It is very arbitrary. Don't let us just let me flow. Very, very arbitrary. But what is happening is the last time I told you, my country, are going to a certain state of fear. Now, And any other party members are omukota your friend say regional chairman echi wuntumi echi your mom nyina ayiko say ye ginemu ama aban pressure dodo yetimi satisfy condition so ama ya granting the bill but we will not allow any intimidation any dey mpene we are in a democratic dispensation omu use rule of law we cooperate that's what I'm saying omu use rule of law no more calling your members that will cooperate because rule of law and a cardinal point of every democratic country. Now, you about the issue of Kenoforata, OSP. Say issue of this Kenoforata, what exactly can you talk about the OSP's office? It's one of the most officer. Me feel say we are wasting resources. He's not lived up to the billing. I'm telling you, ever since this OSP, he's not lived up to the billing.
This particular one or
this previous
ones?
This one, Kise Jabi, he's not lived up to the billing of that office. On Bonnie Humodi, how many cases has he won for the state? Just right now, I just noticed, me read it online. Me also Charles Bisu, Supreme Court. SC High Court should not sit on the case against OSP. You said the OSP is not living. Okay, the frustration be. I'll be venting in anger. Say the courts are against him. Basically, that was what he was trying to say. Now, what meaning fugitive are? Oh, too kind. Now, what your letter amount? I can't just say me too kind. This is my location. Adi amikoye niye. Now, I be tagi sign upon as fugitive. Meaning fugitive are only need to make kasa. Now, we are coming into an agreement. Now, where you fugitive tag every day so. Now all of a sudden, once I back up a man fugitive tag, I don't know what kind of fugitive this person is. Let's be frank. For you to declare someone fugitive, it means even getting access to the person difficult. But anyone only in ekasa, and watch out certain conditions are all go through. Who see no, you want him in person, but let's subject him the same OSP now make yes subject him to on standard. Eba scandal eba now President Mama, did he invite him personally? Did he coerce him to come and appear before him? He never did. Samuel Adams Mama, did he put a tag of fugitive so say Ombra Ghana number interview concerning Eba scandal?
In those two instances,
I'm using the standard say.
Okay.
If please. If Ophili say can necessarily must appear before him, and any modus operandi, and can also apply to everybody. Because now my brother try to
Airbus Assembly C now one and a special prosecutor.
What say Obetu who declared President Mama of it. And no say the office is a continuum.
All right.
Definitely, baby, Matiami de Bayako Drudun, or Babefa case Atuasu. Finally, he had to clear President Mama, then former president, of the charges say Airbus scandal no nihu song. So say me standard say obi bia opese on interview na and on investigate the person must appear before you. I don't have a problem. How come Edru Ebinum so there put me for a flight every Ghana echo London? Echo interview omo.
Sompa FM.
Why no way sir?
Oh, me born didn't say Samuel Adams Mama. OSP free her. Echo London. Echo interview no concerning Airbus scandal. Why can't you do same to your friend is saying? Oforiata. At least go there, talk to him. When you see his condition and you feel it, say, oh, condition way. If you come to Ghana, I think we can continue this one. Therefore, I feel say even my coming here no. Or you can officially write to the hospital directly, as OSP say. Maybe I have a case with one patient at your hospital. Maybe I feel say so and so play hide and seek with me. The hospital can officially write to you, and sometimes let's give the credence. Abrafo, they hardly concoct any way. They can tell you strictly say, oh, any panel based on A, B, C, D. You better me discharging at this time. So if you have that direct link to with the hospital, that can inform you. Say we even spoke with the hospital, and upon who say Kenoforata no on your willing say Obeba Ghana. Come to even think of it, what will make Ken Oforata ran away from justice. Just come to think of it. Even say yaka self recognizance bail for your friend is saying chairman won't to me. Maybe munti say chairman won't me any other person be obeka say obeti me journey. But one say some person keep you for long, abuse you writer. They'll put certain stringent measures around you to make it very, very difficult. Just this tag of say or wanted person kekenumpo, it's not good for his image. So there's certain way. I feel that there's certain way be a mileage be a OSP person achieve because they say who would like to transact with Ken Oforata, a wanted person. So every business transaction says here it will be put on hold. Who damaging the reputation? So what company be or consulting for any other person be an international organization be they'll stall all these things.
I'm a samba broom. I mean beside this question. Until Yarena Ken Yaren ultimate fan to coin.
Me, I won't sit here to say me na meshano. That is what corporation.
And then you made reference to Samuel Mama or a Ghanaian.
Samuel Mama.
Aye.
What's your idea?
Or a Ghanaian. I know you're a British citizen.
But if you are even British citizen, say baby, I could do any Interpol no need to collaborate.
But his case is different from,
maybe
from Samuel. So those two scenarios are different.
Let me flow a bit.
I beg of you. Patch your flow.
Say why or invite your friend saying or declare wanted on Ken Oforata. No, say Interpol, you collaborate with Interpol to get him down. And yes, sir. So a Ghanaian citizen, why won't you send Ghanaian police to go arrest him? Because jurisdiction counts. Maybe he's out of our jurisdiction. Therefore, certain laws of our countries might be difficult to be applied to Ken over there. Equally, if you feel, say, a British citizen has duped the country, America and Britain and other countries signed pact, you can repatriate the person to come and stand justice. That works everywhere. Once you have that partnership with that foreign country, they can do that for you. Because you partner, they may also need your assistance. And they'll fall on you. We collaborate with them when it comes to security and intelligence, all these things. All that I'm saying is that OSP office no occupy the office is bigger than him. Therefore, I was on your new government about I was on your just to be kept. Because me will be me the amount of investment I was our office no and the dividend and impact I free home and match it. And when Matami the free home. He said Jabe Ebahono. Yeah, money credential. People thought say was coming to do.
But Jabe, wasn't he part of you?
Part of who?
The New Patriotic Party.
I don't know of his membership.
Oh, sir.
The only of his membership.
Question.
Is he a card-bearing member? Do you know of that?
I don't know.
But why introduce this one? I'm even talking about his competence, regardless. Or MPP Nimpo.
No, MPP ni.
I don't know of his membership.
No, no MPP mo.
Mr. Onima, prove me wrong.
I'm asking you.
I'm not the general secretary. I'm not a national executive. I don't know of his membership.
Kisia Jaben is no mean a figure in this country. No, it's only a question. No, it's only a question. No, question. No,
you are diverting.
Question.
No. You would introduce you inconsequential because so MPP no MPP no me kasem one country sell. So MPP ni. So MPP na end me so be say ujidi say MPP ni be MPP ni sir. Ujidi.
Ebi wo ho a me say
in this country, the only institution that can declare you guilty of an offense is your court. No other person. So see we did
Abasama Bruni. Asabwe Koso.
Prof, maybe
this one has been buggling my mind for some time now. Most of the special prosecutor, it doesn't go with the law. But him say must seek some kind of redress. Your friend saying, human rights. And I don't know how far that has gone, but I know, sir, some way, is it 18th or 18th, there will be a final ruling on that particular issue. Other than moon chain, Nasa ruling name ma na yen say special prosecutor ade o ye kra no etiamra and I say entiamra. Other than yen chain.
So I'll answer you this way. Special prosecutor, sir, he's in the know, say human rights.
Yeah.
I don't know, so I'm trying. After the ruling, no, I declined wanted. Why didn't you also hold on? Because they say if the ruling comes and they say who abusing the right, you tag no free war. Another nungwa say no way. So you should have also held on.
Okay. Let me quickly read some messages right here on Facebook. Teacher Constitution says that I urge the NDC to respect the rule of law and treat Chairman Wontumi fairly. If he's committed an offense, let follow due process and take him to court. Ghana's democracy, I beg your pardon, should be guided by justice and fairness. We must prioritize the rule of law over political vendettas. Greetings to Honorable Mavis and Cancer Buedu, Koma, and Mr. Owusu Bempa and Shayeso. Nana Osei says that 9 submissions, Mr. Ima. Possible Bruno says that good education from Kweku Ima. Abna Poma Boachi says that we are proud of you, Amasama Bruni. Amasama Bruni. Apna idebia otaka Sampa. I don't know. But I heard the profile here because they be all come Sampa.
For God and country. And where for country and for MPP.
Any quick thoughts on this one, then wrap up.
Asemba kwa escape ene yenua
Wontumi issue. Yeah.
Yes, 50 million.
Yeah.
There is internet here. My yembisa say ye Papa Dufo, Dr. Dufo, send ye the tone so. 110 million. And many others. According to Wontumi lawyer, or say there was nothing wrong. They went through the due process. Wontumi was granted access to bail. But bail requirement, they were not meeting. Oh, and there were other people bail tenses.
But you want to
yes, I'm so much. I'm sorry for that. But Emrano Chiwa.
Now you're sorry, because that would to me. I was like, wow. You want to be penny.
Nipan ya dia yedi agro enti se wo bobra na wa hwe wanu yi wa hwe on sam kan yi meti aka say I am much as I'm speaking I'm cautious and careful se men ka se ntia obi se minu ya wuntumi yed na aka to seri na mabetra meka ne mepe enti so nipa
we be bet me ato
yes
but appointment graph acho
na wo ye
I don't know appointment na chesa that's we cry
bisa papa Mohammed
yeah amo we appointment ya check.
I check the door.
Be my chief of staff so we tie
Madam
right. Julius Debra.
Madam.
Et whatever no me say.
Madam.
Chief of staff we the best now. But me hwe with him. Eye ye nua bema Ivan Samo.
You love him man.
I
will love him. Yeah, bro, you can be for say special prosecutor officer be useless.
Please, I didn't use it.
No, when you see the word useless. Right there,
he said something about the office of the president.
Ben ko pass some man.
Nyam pesa me kan say.
Mami, you should disclaimer before I'm betting. Office of the special prosecutor, man, you see useless. Me permit NDC bias.
But then okay.
Me say office is proving say office no esun channel. That was what I said, and it's not lived up to the bill.
I know. I didn't catch my attention.
Note of it here.
I never use the word.
I said so. One of the things President Akufo-Addo did to Ghana. Well, President Akufo-Addo now, in his wisdom, obviously he has special prosecutor. Abochie cases like this. Almost all these cases are over 100 million. All the 3 cases here, bossy, SML case. Obinya Juma Bias Oji over 100 million a corner account to.
All those things are allegations too.
Yes.
Unless proven by a competent
yes,
court
but
of
something that has been identified. The cancellation of contract. Purchasing of ambulances. I'm suspected it didn't go through the due process. Oh, it's been officer almost so for car better now. We are across a kunyum now. You to me, I'm sofa. No, you are no. Yamo 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Meaning a young politician, you are supporting this case. Upegana ye. You are supporting over 100 million cases. You see, Omekasa says, "I didn't call court."
Nasa Amasama Bruni, Asama Okaino. Or no, patch, say, a year in your bema, and I say, former finance minister. Say, Emrano Echena, Emrano Nibidi. Masama Bruni and can be.
Yeah, but it's strange to say that we are. Somebody was mentioned vindictive.
Oh,
that you are political hunting. That is not the case.
Political witch hunt.
Yes, but the point is.
Then I'll catch it.
2022.
Yes.
Me as spokesperson for AFA, Alliance for Food Soldiers Advocacy, grassroots group BIAWO. I read the press conference. Me, it's still online. Calling on President Nanado to reshuffle Ken Ofori-Atta. So it doesn't mean say or ye nipa only right. So some feel say we fault and we defraud the state and our committee in offense. Use due process to get after him.
That's what they are inviting him.
Unlawful means in court.
Look at the procedure, crowd. They are inviting. He was not arrested. They are inviting him to come.
But Amasama Bruni, you can also sit here and say, "A crown of monabs unlawful."
Unlawful.
You can also say that.
And that's
because court in the say lawful and I say unlawful.
Prof.
Yes.
Good. So Oberman wanted tag no court in chain. Akwaji permission. So you see in the office.
That's a provisional disposal.
Or say the discretion of the special prosecutor to show me some person on your day on interview ni
yes
ni
and that's
the subject investigator he decides. So our powers no, and I'm telling you say sometimes you to me more powers but to me abuse the powers.
So that's in this case, you feel that he's abusing his power.
But just giving him that tag wanted in the keke.
But I'm asking you.
And
you feel that we're abusing the office.
Starting my submission, I asked you, say, fugitive, and I wanted.
So I'm also asking you. You feel, say, America special prosecutor are abusing the office, Anna,
or abusing the powers, not the office. The office not you through our office no, or no abusing the powers. I hear man.
Okay, but that's it. But I mean, call Ima, my deal.
I think, say, for me, the question is whether and you say or abuse powers now and I say unlawful. But for me, the question is the basic principle that sets the OSP in motion. What is the basic principle? After all that the OSP will do, the Constitution says that in the best interest of Ghanaians.
Sure.
The question is, what do you Ofori-Atta to wanted list as well? How does that serve the Ghanaian interest? If I'm using the word if, and this is a conditional statement. So oyari gidi pa oye flight risk. Na ye ntimi mfa no ntu kwan ma. Na say ye ni say tobo na ye bona bomo e de not to play mu aba. Na nyame mfa sama, and this is a conditional statement. Obedru Ghana na to okwa have our interest been served.
Actually, look at Victor Smith.
Senior.
Victor Solomon.
Has our interest been served? Sa 1 million ya minua panyin ni abra wo ka 1 million ahe million ambulance ni ade no say wo ya ni tintin atwan na oba bedru na health reasons ofri mu a have you served our interest? From what I am seeing from both sides, I'm meeting OSP and later meeting a lawyer Frank Davis. From my assessment objective, what I think they are serving right now are egos. Description used by OSP. Or being said or why former president cry investigating now finance minister. Then Frank Davis also come on to say that Ofori-Atta, OSP is behaving like some god or some king. At the end of the day, what conversation are you tapping into will either feed A's ego or B's ego. What about our interest as a people? So that's why we ask the question, say, OSP any bra brese omrano, ohiana teno ana ohiana pay information. So ohiana tena entrena obetse no e dey na wo mama me as a Ghanaian. Wotina sika na ususu say e won ho no wotina na won aka. Eye information na e be ba no. E be ma ye nsa aka ye sika ana no kura bi a ye hwehwede ye hu. That is when the interest of the Ghanaian will be served. But OSP says then the MPP people also hop onto it, they will serve some lawyers' ego and boost his career for him, because people say, hey, lawyer or Kasana and what and all that. And whether OSP said the million penny, whether he will be there or not there, at the end of the day, maybe interest as Ghanaian, they say, will be a sika according to how Kwamboni Subiano.
I was a sika.
Emra Kwanso,
Neaji Sika,
Edia Sika, but a toda Emrano, Sebe, me who said the mechano, but yet they are going to whom now on Saka they open. So I think the way forward is to lay down our arms as it stands now with OSP in the poster, with friend lawyers poster. Let's come to the table. Ghana for Sika, Ghana for interest. Oyare and OSP now on several occasions. He's not denying the fact that Oyare or whatever possibility there is. Until now, OSP should be open for conversation, for dialogue. Ken should also be open for dialogue with such honesty and willingness to cooperate. Because let me the initial submission. In this modern day and time, if you want to define appearance in that rigid thinking of face to face, person to person, I think said then you are still living in the 14th centuries and all that. But in any case, between March when your schedule was rescheduled, you should have told us. So on that point, we cannot come and sit here and be thinking say OSP na sebe YN and Sabare. There have been an initial commitment to which Ken defaulted. But going forward now, can we open another window for proper dialogue and consultation or cooperation, so that at the end of the day, information na ye peno yensabeka. In any case, na me nua panyi e ka say e Ken any right to be heard. What if I decide to waive my right to be heard? Let's meet in court, because whatever the OSP is going to gather, omobe yusu to prosecute him in court. And you know, what if he decides say, okay, no, so person may implicate me. I'm waiving my right to be heard. Court na me family evidence. And we saw that in the election petition. EC. Yes, I was saying, Kasa, the more evidence na modiaba no muhim na fi yembiasem. Is that legal? Yes. But at the end of the day, sa kiti ni kukukuku. Ye ni aba, ye ni call ye na minimum rami no. So say akwese minimum rami to me. But minimum rami to me no. How does that serve my interest as a Ghanaian? Ye pese sika bi a afa kwamboni bi so akodi ebinim ho no. Ye nsa betimi aka. That demands not just the law, but using it in the way that it serves its purpose.
All right, Abochie for Sompa 106.5 FM for God and country. Arawasu so ti yana abua for Haja Special Foods. We want to say a big thank you to you, Electroland Ghana Limited. Abochie, honor we ni chira. Unsabeka electronics abasuya kama pa asabri mino kase dollar aba for me nyema bo so ate electronics so bo so ate so obomodinary we ni kire Electroland Ghana Limited ade a unsa ebeka electronics papa pai bi na also wato edi akofie na electronics ameka ho asam no. I'm talking about NASCO products, media products, Samsung products, and TCL products. That's a kind you say. TVs now, air conditioned, fridges, washing machines, kettle, rice cookers, and any other electronic material that you can think about. The best place you have to go, Electroland Ghana Limited. Then just some that say alcohol now electronic appliances beer. You have 15% discount. You should make check of Tachiman beer and Tachiman backside no dey hwere mo Kumasi omo Kasi junction as a tech junction and crime we want more identity barrier than someone runabout industrial area be animal complex no dey hwere mo Natasha Nsubio say one more Sunyane one more Mankese one more Cape Coast Takrade and a Tamale for Electroland Ghana Limited for 0245 949495 0245 9495. National Subio said, endpoint homeopathic clinic. Womo aboyem pass womaso ya sene na de biara dano ye de for God and country jumedie do de brewo yare kwankro adukro a kire mpacho so otemen kana person of efru na person faro ma say free bearman cheng and I say from so if you're ban and chenga. But modern panafa when it's coach endpoint homeopathic clinic. Sample bearman jinsoi yaw so bearman is all capipio ya no jemo. Pompacho say ya wahra ubrebo and ubi unipeduanamo akwa ne bi atwachima. But modern panafa when it's endpoint homeopathic clinic. You need a massage, physiotherapy sessions. Remember, Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic will do that for you. From 0244 867068 027 423 4321. Yababa modern yakwa humano so na yani ura Richard Kumado Eddie Enkomo ono a security expert. Na yaniti say sabre OSP activity the process of using Interpol to get a Iraq Kenoforiata into this country. What is it about this Interpol? The education, you and I are we need to know. All right, Richard Kumada, we want to say a big thank you and for joining us on the show. And this is Sompa 106.5 FM for God and Country Show.
Thank you.
We believe you are very well.
Yes, please.
Okay, good to have you. So, we understand that the OSP has activated the process of using Interpol to get former Finance Minister Kenoforiata into the country. Can you please walk us through the process? Let us understand the process better.
Okay, so Interpol is a platform for law enforcement officers all over the country. They've come together and created a common platform called Interpol. Predominantly used by the police force. So on that particular platform, they have certain protocols, knowing very well that at all times, when you are dealing with crime prevention, crime investigation, and crime prosecution, you may not be able to be at all places at all times. They have certain protocols on that particular platform. One of them is what we call the red alert notice. And red alert notice have certain features. And they have the black alert, they have the green alert, they have the yellow alert. The black alert or the red alert, predominantly what the OSP triggered, is that this particular person has committed some level of crimes in our country, or this particular person has come under crime notice, or this particular person has come under investigation notice, or has come under national security interest notice, and this person has jumped boat, or we cannot find this person. So we are triggering this protocol under the platform, on the platform of Interpol, that all law enforcement officers all over the world, this is the descriptive attributes of this person, and whoever sees him should place arrest to this person and bring the person to us. So that is number one. Number two, the country the person is in has what we call extradition and deportation. Your country will need to sign those international protocols with those countries. If you do not have it, they may see this person all right, but because you do not have extradition or deportation protocol signed with them, they may not be able to bring the person back to the host or back to the jurisdiction where the crime is supposed to have been committed, or where they are looking for this person for investigation purposes or to answer some questions in relation to a crime. So that is where we are as of this afternoon when the OSP triggered the red alert.
Okay, so we just want to say a big thank you for the kind of explanation that you have just given us. But I don't know, for now, I know Ghana has signed onto that protocol. And then, I don't know, for now, how many countries have signed onto that protocol?
They are, the last time I checked, I think they were over 100.
Over 100?
But yes, over 100. It could be that some will go out and some will come in. Or it may be that some people may not be on the Interpol protocol, but you may have some other international relations arrangement with those countries. That will also help you in cases such as these. It may also happen that you may not use only the Interpol protocol, but you may use some other protocols that allow you to have access to your citizens, not only when they have committed crime, but when you are looking for them for some other purposes. So that is where we are. So the question is, the country the OSP selected one, whether part of the Interpol protocol or the Interpol platform, and number two, if they are not, what next? Then number three, do we have extradition or deportation protocols with those countries? If yes, great. If not, what next? I believe the OSP has considered all these scenarios and they put themselves in a position to help them bring Ken Ofori-Atta to answer the questions they are looking for him for. To the extent that he declared him a fugitive and a crime suspect, it means that it has put on a red alert all over the world, and his profile will be shared on not only the Interpol protocol or the Interpol platform, but all other platforms that deals with crime and crime-related activities in relation to investigation and prosecution and arresting of people who might have committed a crime in that regard.
So I want to ask, so what if Ofori-Atta, where he is currently, our country, Ghana, have gotten that kind of relations in terms of the protocol arrangement? What if he leaves that country to a country where there is that relationship, where that relationship does not exist?
So that's what I just said. That's what I just said. They may not only have the Interpol platform to their advantage. They may have some other platform. And if you happen to move to a particular country where we do not have extradition protocol with them, then there could be some other arrangement. So the OSP is aware of all that, and I believe he has put himself in a position to help his cause.
All right, so thank you so much, Richard Kumado, for speaking to us. But there's a guest here who would want to ask you a question.
And let me also say that it could be that Ken Ofori-Atta will wage a legal battle in when it comes to extradition. He might wage a legal battle to say he wouldn't want to come because he suspects to not get a fair trial and raise all manner of questions. And so that is another aspect that those who are interested in investigation, crime prosecution, crime investigation needed to know. Then in one of the countries recently, in one instance, what they did was that they sent local investigators to where the crime suspect is. And they managed to get closer to the crime suspect. They got him arrested and brought him to the country of host where the crime was committed to come and answer questions in that regard.
Well, Amasama Brody, there's one of our panel members would want to pose a question. You go ahead.
Yeah. Good day, Senior.
He said you go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Please, my question is that can the OSP directly alert the Interpol, or he must use the Ministry of Interior or the police service?
He wants to find out if the OSP can use
his office directly, or
to
collaborate
with,
or he must go through
the
police or the
Ministry of Interior.
Okay, so this is the way it works. All state institutions that are involved in investigations and all state institutions that are involved in prosecutions have the privilege of using the Interpol platform. But predominantly, it is a platform for the police. But then, if you remember what the special prosecutor said, he said 30 minutes before his interview, he has triggered it, and he's working with the appropriate authorities. The appropriate authority here is the Ghana Police Service, and not necessarily the Minister of Interior, but Ghana Police Service, because that is their platform. But all institutions with investigative and prosecutorial mandate have the ability of using it, and it works perfectly well.
All right, so thank you very much, Richard Kumado, for speaking to us on this particular issue. I know that if some other issues crop up, would come and knock at your door and then take some responses from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Abochie, for Richard Kumado, a security expert, and I need D and Kumoi. I know you were following the conversation keenly, nodding your head. What were you nodding your head to?
We say that point where he said, Ken Ofori-Atta can also use the law to challenge red alert. And that's it still comes back to my point. Emrano say ya hwene na yakwa ni say minimum ra mi wotumia. Okay, say o de Interpol ko. na oche Interpol beyond every reasonable doubt why he can't come because oyaria. Interpol will not say because what issue until certain thing. So the thing is that you'll be playing into some political gimmicks that will allow this whole issue to drag for a very long time. Under any circumstance, the American say a information yepe. Or because already know OSP were the suspicions. That is why what table 5 issues. By now, why preliminary findings be or per side of the story they shame na okokotwa with me a dinasemi. And the truth is that with or without Ken's input, he can still go to court.
All right, but we just have about some 10 minutes more to say goodbye on the show. But quickly, let me call lines so I mean it's here for some boom. There are some callers out there who would want to have a take on this particular issue. We will top us off for 0260-196064, 0260-196065. Now also the Abochie. What do you think? What do you make of the issues? Let's get talking right here on Forgotten Country. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Prof.
On
engineer Bandoba Isaac in the
yo, engineer, that's it.
Prof, I mentioned a bit for in the anime. Now, about OSN, no. Senena, Minianisi Cano. I can say OSP Ama, Kenoferiata, say hearing because. Or the can't one and suffering. One to me, Amma. And an ye can no. The women you the other answer say, even Crano. Say, ye call university no say, ABI the exams, even Mason can't mention. Now, per se, Oma Umpanion for one. Who provided medical reporter, say, ABI Oyare. But always be my say, Yadia can offer that cat or Yadin Yunano. Onyam providing medical report via a dear dancer so yare. It is a swamp pass, king of Rata Yadena, and now it's Bianca say it is say Yadia, Yen can't find Rubiana say, Yen Canasano. Say Yadia so Yadia, I wasn't providing medical report, they say, I'm planning and pass or a day, or Yadaba want to be provided. And I know it's my say, a current president, then former president. John Dramani Mama, or to an friend, Emma, and buy more, or the young Shemo. It's in the water to Fire, it's your monkey. It's a damn pan, see, King of Rata can say, and some always be Bisano, or Bano Villano, or one Casa, one Casana President of Kupado, and a special prosecutor office. It is decided sometimes the Tititus office, he say, a moment on Betanasi, and your man is Kapa, Winya Jumana. Into young fire and pipe on tower HPH. Na me gidi pa say adwuma na eno ana wo ye no muni nya me mo
me da say pass up adwuma de so ubeti be afred 0260 196069 0260 1960 65. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, bro.
We ba jo wana me ne ka say
I original for am doing am Sompa 106.5.
Good, you da say adama ba jo iti
Prof, na the American say you are to for that almost all yare no fine what yare. And into a medoa or pay a man in Mrina no yare na not atom no. What Panya or down watching this ground when Panya or dear mammy pie where be anymore. And none the time so bounce or so yare. Tell you, Daniel to two anoka can also say no video call or phone so Nanyan Transane Casana. Into Uba, Sabian Transane Casana. And you never found him person over Badia, and then I'm people for one who say, mine or every big said to you, maybe Biafra one called you. I'm not a 2 years, can I be 2 salmon? Your best away, and 2 salmon, what $48 million, $58 million go to Amana. Ghana, pa, not any part of was 2 quantity yare. Now, who took one not tell what you say, Yawa, you say, Yawa, I'm not a flow. And then I have flow, didn't I, woman? Then people were so woman, to know woman. Now, I said the Ghana, no, ye need to for school, you could buy any me. Yenim de woman can just wait. I buy your perfume. What was we are play at the Ghana for you, no answer. And do not only video call, video obet my video call the omna metnaze nye musa nsem enya bon me ya meda
me say pass over by. Let's see if we can talk to this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Wafa. I want to say.
If I told me who you pa.
KBB people is capital Techimai.
Me da say. Yet you.
Yo, ya me encounter. Pa fa so program so no. Akona nim akosoro ama nim die asam bom. Into the media. Ye maka to say. Bon humode.
Me da say.
Wafa. Na me treo. Me bisa say sen nka. Yet ya say Emma finance minister say ye be kanu ewo abefu ne di say entintan so a nka sa kanu nka wa na be fa ba kono no de faso mienu se ye nyina ye ka say ntu dwi se sanka ni MPC 99 no nka wonye bibi entia o man ne party a nti ka wudwi se enka ye be ka se ye yin mfiri ho enti papa we no se obaboa na de ekwa akogu kwa anase because hwe yanya abakwasem bebre amagana sika bebre ayira wo pam improvement Ghana man fan our British say sika bum me ma se prampo no sika food so ya se won krata nyina atama Africa no bae nti wo enum se no se omo yes no man edit your mind enye nti supreme leader say wono de wonye scanner obeye ama obia eso abamfa so amano nti yenyina ye mo ano na menka ho
nyambe so nka ho sa wo de wadwe kire bebo adwadi no you can be a part of the show 0260196064 0260196065 Hajia Special Foods ebusia ne duan de edepa but let me talk to this caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Professor.
Yes, sir. But what am I saying?
Professor, wouldn't you or say me personal wine crimes?
Okay, good. What am I about you?
Yeah, Professor, me chairman, me chairman, and I'm so more studio or no. The American say, assembly there, and I gana yes, you more air yachim, you know, pepe. Assembly about. If NDC ni ho NDC for nyina fra on be support say nyempa they will speak against in favor of NDC ni out ne ho about them that's the MPP need dey about the same thing MPP for the say o makote opposition o me o ma no NDC for MPP for to say o ma di boni nyina say o ma di o to mu ni o do mu fom kogum acha 60 years kura MPP so be ba pa o mo ba Omo nyina omuntu omufunu na omuni o masem na omfo omunyina omuni o masifo nyina asum na Ghana ya sum ntoye
me da say but I'm so afraid they be busy here that be called wrap it up because in the next 5 minutes the hot bite news and they be bringing it here for live here but let me do with this last caller. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Abochie.
Yes, sir. But what I'm going to say?
What's the point to when you must have you?
I put me at all. Yeah.
Maybe that's it. NGO, I would do two. I mean, at that one, I said, yeah, no one fan. If you wouldn't send one fan, the who said the Una Mamma, Una school, a woo, the other thing, so what's the amount they can't consider the amount to the because I'm for a academy will be here. I would say a country now, your country now. What's that? Say, oh, to because I don't know. Oh, David. Ultimate Cassa, Ultimate Cassa, Chama, Ultimino Washada. David, Ultimate Cassa Chama, Ultimino Washada. Ah, not the pay you if he says, now, Ocean and baby. Ocean and now, Ultimate. Now, what video? When you planting, manage time and I may far away. Last one. Hello, good evening. Okay, I have phone Kasim. Okay.
The chain say near my echo my moon. Say obi applying things and I will be near maybe a chama won't to say on Yaria or my country can afford on Yari.
Yeah.
They can when this is for almost kind of say, or my treno. I am ra this or mine. And I did be it's not once them. First of all, almost say like the man on a 15 million Ghana cedis, dear Sugania, dear Mr. Yoko. In the first place, Grano. Almost a lawyer for no and Cambra no year and Chegana for. Does the police Yoko has that authority within 24 hours to grant somebody a bail a what is that amount, manner? Because the premise of the constitution say, so what chili panwan, who yen shishimu, so things all one in a swap and a court. Don't see what the training will be. A year, a friend said, bill of such amount at this one. Ghana force a dozen. If you say, of course, the rich man say, what's some way you got your phone?
All right.
Your boy, if you do your mouth, I don't know, you could say to me, and this is for say, the committee study and a man. If you find a yarimpo and here, the politics,
maybe that's a pass over. And as I some now, can say, you're too about China. Na MPP eba musumo bechi NDC fatum sa munja sa you do me I do you munya sa asem no enya de bebo o man no ya nchechire o man sa amasama bro ne call 1 minute why quick one quick one
yeah the mechanic say OSP the office no emra and a creating the office
Sompa
oma emra enye adwuma because every Ghanaian be our right, I would say. And then lastly, so me General Secretary Justin Frimpong still maintain.
Who maintaining the one? Yeah, that's it. Many I call Evans. Yeah,
you are Ken.
Now post na che Evans post na che. Say much che post ni jira.
And media ni dem nim sa Monsire.
Amodi ama obi ana.
Menjini.
Onjini.
Monsire chief of staff.
Chief of staff.